All right, so we are live on YouTube for those of you that prefer to watch. Any of you that send in entries while I'm, addressing some receipts, I will take breaks to call out entries. But I'm going to start this out with just saying that there was a lot of statements issued on social media today by 5 other content creators that were a part of Julia's hate campaign. Julia finally came out of hiding. Candace issued her statement. Yesenia issued a statement. Other Yesenia issued a statement. So a lot of people had a lot to say today, and I have things to say about the things that were said and are continuing to be said about me and my family and my platform and my kids and all of that. Before the craziness begins, can we take a second to appreciate the new release? Yes. All of this, okay? So, new cup, all details can be found through my Instagram. You can still join. Those of you that joined prior to our live are on my bonus wheel. And there will be 2 winners tonight. There will be our $10 wheel winner, and there will be a mystery bonus wheel winner. What do we put in the Venmo note? No note needed in the Venmo. Just if you enter via Cash App or Zelle, I ask that you include your email address. But outside of that, we just got notification from YouTube that the copyright notice that Julia took issued has been retracted or restored, meaning she wasn't able to provide confirmation that she's suing me for this copyright. So a win is a win. So it says, in accordance with the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, we've completed processing your counter notification. The following videos have been restored unless you have deleted them. So this means that the copyright notice or the copyright strike that Julia issued is no longer valid, and my content has been restored, and the associated strikes have been removed. So a win is a win. I am going to show some more receipts today. Just bear with me because we have a lot to cover, okay? We have a lot to cover. So, did you get my Zelle? All right, so I am going to call out entries. I'm going to take breaks to call out entries. I'm not going to call them out as they're coming in as I typically do because I have a lot to cover tonight. But I promise you I will get to it. If you're sending it in, it's coming to my email notification. It's a lot. It's a lot to piece together. And I just got that email right now on live. I just got additional receipts that I was waiting for so that I could put this video, this replay of Julia's live. What do you mean Julia came out of hiding? Julia did a live today that I screen recorded for research purposes only, and so that we could continue calling out the lies. So she went live today. If you missed it, don't worry. I have it available for replay, and it will be replayed on my live on YouTube. Okay. So really quick, let me just catch up on entries so I don't get too swarmed in the middle of all this. Marlene Cardenas, I just got your 2 entries. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to note these ones down really quick. And then I'm going to, like I said, call them out at the end of the chisme. Or Lisa Veronica via Cash App and Jennifer Ramos via Cash App. I have you both down. Okay. So I'm just like, where do we start? Where do we start? Honestly, guys, I don't even know where to start. I don't know. There's so much to be said here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with Julia's live, okay? And I'm going to give you a quick... No. Before I do that, I have to show you guys the video that I posted today that has been on my Instagram, on my YouTube, on TikTok. It was recently taken down off TikTok by, I'm sure, Julia and her minions. But this is what brought Julia out of hiding. This is what brought a lot of people to issue statements all of a sudden about everything that's been going on. People that had, their play and everything, but had been very quiet up until the receipts came out today. So when I got these receipts from Recap this morning, Recap said, I didn't want to send them to you over the weekend to ruin your weekend because you got upset on Friday night's live. We got some receipts and they were upsetting, right? And it killed our vibe. So she waited till Monday because she didn't want to kill my weekend, and I appreciate that, Recaps, because I think it would have ruined my weekend, okay? But I got additional receipts this morning, and based off of those receipts, I dropped a new video where I named all of the content creators that had something to do with this hate campaign. So we're just going to go ahead and start out this receipts with this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys on YouTube. The saga continues, and I am dropping receipts and names of the other content creators that were involved in Julia's hate campaign this morning. As a quick recap, Julia assembled a group of content creators to mass report me, dox me, and ultimately have me targeted by the Mexican sea out in Mexico. We know that the ringleader is Julia. Here is a new receipt of her specifically instructing her followers and these other content creators what to post in the local Vallarta groups. And these were worded in a way to paint me out to be a thief and a scammer to the local community, which landed in the hands of the Mexican sea being tagged to notify them that I needed to be pretty much intervened, aka targeted. Co-defendant number 1, Yesenia Hernandez. As you can see, she was an active participant, not only knew what was going on in this group, but also had some comments of her own to make regarding the domestic violence incident. Notice the date, September 18th, 10:30 a.m. was about 5 hours after I had posted that I was the victim of strangulation. Pictures of my injuries were shared, and some comments were made comparing them to the weekly hickeys that she receives on her twin-size air mattress every weekend. The boyfriends of these content creators also took part in mocking my injuries. The next one up on the chopping block is Yesenia Garcia MUA. As you can see here, she admitted to having 1 million fake accounts that she was using to report me and create hateful content as part of this hate campaign. You can pause to read this next one, but as you can see, Candace LAGUERITA is mentioned in this group chat. There's a comment made saying, F Annie, I'm coming for her neck. Candace and I were previously mutuals. This is the last correspondence that I had with her, February of last year. Shortly after this, she removed me as a friend and unfollowed me. And this year, as soon as the receipts started coming in, she blocked me. The only thing I can say about Candace is I never mentioned her in any of my content, even in my responses to this hate campaign. And if she received any trolling or harassment, it was not done at my direction. And I believe it was done just for the sole fact that she was friends with Julia, and at the time Julia was creating very hateful content about me. One of her mods by the name of Connie, who I have no idea who that is, as you can see, was very active. Here you can see I was reported 22 times in one of my lives in an effort to bring down my platform. Save the best for last. Here's a confirmation that I was looking for, which I already knew, that Julia had connected with Michelle and Sabrina. And if you don't know who that is, those are 2 women from Utah who had an active hand in my deportation in 2018. One of them is Walter's other baby mama, and one of them is Walter's brother's girlfriend. As you can see, I was actively trying to block all of these accounts that were trolling me. Here you see Yesenia telling her, make a new email. That's how you make hella TikTok accounts. And that's all I got for this morning so far. Now, before any of you tell me this is old, let it go, let me just reiterate that the lies are old. The truth is brand new for me. And all of these receipts have been coming full circle, giving me closure to understand why things happened to me the way that they did last year. Some of them are still very triggering. When I see those comments made about my DV and how these women were just laughing at my trauma, orchestrating my downfall, preying on my downfall every morning, actively engaging in the trolling, the reporting, to see Julia specifically instruct how to word those posts that landed in the local Vallarta groups that, ended up in the sea, the Mexican Sea, being tagged so that I would come under their spotlight and I would be targeted along with my children. This is crazy. I never knew any of these girls existed prior to this. I didn't know who Yesenia was. I didn't know who the other Yesenia was. I didn't know who Julia was. I received notice that I don't have the screenshots, but the Alexis Servando was also an active participant who I used to follow. Again, I don't know if Candace was an active participant, but I do know that she had knowledge of Julie's side of the story, which I believe led her to unfollow me. I don't have any animosity towards her. This isn't to direct hate to any of these creators. It's just to bring light that that's what their platforms were used for. And this did result in a lot of loss to me and my children, financially, emotionally, mentally. These women really had me contemplating putting my 5 children back on an airplane to the States because I was afraid. All right. So I'm going to go down the line one by one, and I'm going to start off with Candace because that's who the video ended on, okay? This is all I said about Candace. I mentioned Candace because Julia mentioned Candace, and Julia dragged in Candace in that screenshot where she said, you know, they're attacking her, this and that, whatever. We all know Candace and Julia are friends in real life. Candace and Julia even met up in October, which was still during the hate campaign. However, despite all of that, I didn't have any animosity towards Candace. I still don't. It was never confirmed why she unfollowed me or unfriended me. I just assumed it had to do with whatever Julia said to her during the hate campaign. It's not a big deal to me. Me and Candace were never friends. We never spoke. But I very much have the opinion that she did side with Julia based on the fact that she removed me and unfriended me last year. Okay, so when the receipts started coming in 2 weeks ago, Candace was tagged on some of my TikToks and she blocked me. When she blocked me, I don't know why she did that, but I took it as, I don't know what I took it as. I just didn't really pay much attention to it, okay? When I saw that message this morning about Candace in the group chat, it did make me question what was her involvement, if any, because the last I spoke to Candace was in February, and there was nothing between us. I never mentioned her in my responses to the hate campaign. Although I knew she was friends with Julia, I never brought it up. I had nothing but good vibes for Candace, okay? Today, Candace did issue statements regarding this hate campaign, and I have to say I am disappointed, and I have my own feelings about it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what Candace replied with today and why she further inserted herself and why I'm now making the comments that I'm making, okay? So somebody went and asked her on her YouTube about it, and she said, I have met Julia, her husband, and some of his family here in Mexico in person, and we were friends, but not anymore. As of recently, due to what has come out, I have blocked all 3 of the creators, Annie, Julia, and Yesenia, as I believe they are all dangerous individuals. When I got that screenshot, I went and I replied to her. And I said, what you're not going to do is paint me out to be dangerous without even knowing me. You should specify the order you blocked and time me because I have receipts. You supported and followed Julia until a week ago. And lastly, your real name isn't even Candace, so stop while you're ahead. Okay, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to go ahead and address what everyone's probably going to ask me about her name. All I'm going to say is Candace and I are both from Utah. Utah is a very small place. And public records are public records. That's just all I'm going to say. Because I don't have any desire to expose Candace. But I am going to address the comment she made about me being dangerous because that offended me and that bothered me. And that definitely triggered a response out of me. Because I have never had anything negative to say about Candace or any interaction with her for her to be able to say I'm dangerous. And this feeds this narrative that Julia has been painting for a year, that I'm dangerous because I don't know what reason. And lastly, before Candace labels anybody dangerous, me, PJs, or Julia, she needs to tell the story of why and how her husband was deported, okay? And all I'm going to say is they don't deport people for nothing. And if you know anything about Candace's story, you also know that they did try to legally return and they were unable to because her husband's record. So before I'm labeled dangerous or Julia, or this is what I said about Julia, stop throwing stones out of glass houses. And that's all I'm going to say about Candace. It's not my place. I do believe that she has made this decision to step away from Julia because it all came public. And that is the only reason. I don't think it has to actually do with the fact that she disagrees with what Julia did because she was friends with her the entire time that Julia was very publicly attacking me. And during those months, I was very quiet. I never expected her to choose sides. I didn't ask her to, but I took that message when she removed me as a friend. I took that as, okay, that's the side that she's on. That's fine. They're friends. I'm not here going out of my way to try to get people on my side or not. I was just trying to move on with my content. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that with, as far as Candace. I have had conversations with Recaps where Recaps has confirmed that Candace had conversations with Recaps about what was going on. And I know that Candace had conversations with Julia about what was going on. And Candace, I don't have this screenshot. It's somewhere. I'm sure on Reddit. But Candace mentioned that when she saw all these receipts a week ago, she reached out to Julia and let her know that she can no longer be her friend and has since blocked her. And if that's the case, again, because it all became public. Because when it happened to me, whatever it is that I did for her to block me, I never got that courtesy of, hey, I don't agree with what you're doing, so I'm stepping away from you. But granted, we were never friends, so she never owed me that. But had she done that, it wouldn't look like today, like she sided with her while she did all of this. So that's all I'm going to say about Candace. Like I said, I feel like the way that she responded today further inserted her into all of this. And I didn't say anything bad about her. I even said I don't have animosity towards her. I don't know. This is what I have. And I didn't drag her into it. Julia, her friend, dragged her into it through the comments. If you read the screenshot that I posted, Julia specifically states in that group chat that Candace unfollowed her and removed the videos, but they are very much still friends. So they pretty much just pretended not to be friends for public appearances, which is probably what's happening now. And again, I'm not here to like dissuade people from following Julia or from defriending her or, hey, don't hang out with her. I'm just showing what I went through with Julia, and people are free to make their decisions. Candace is free to step away from her. Like, it doesn't affect me, but you don't get to stand on your platform of almost 1 million people and label me as dangerous without knowing me. And again, before you label anybody dangerous, you should address your story in full. Because the reason why Candace has so much support and sympathy is because nobody knows the real story. And if I had gotten on this platform and just shared that I'm a single mother of 5 and I'm deported without the criminal convictions, we wouldn't be here today. I wouldn't have people like Julia after me. And, you know, power to her. She's great at marketing and PR, and which is why she's issued the statements that she did today. But again, the comment that you made labeling me as dangerous further inserted you into this, and you don't have any you don't have any experiences with me to label me as dangerous. And if you're going off what you saw on social media, you were hanging out with Julia just in October. She wasn't dangerous back then, and that's when she was doing everything too, you know? So make it make sense. Just stand on the same energy is all I'm saying. All right, so now we're going to move on to, let me read through some of these comments really quick. Why was her husband deported? I'm not here to share Candace's story. I'm not going to be Julia 2.0 exposing Candace's deportation story. I'm not. All I'm saying is, before you label me or anybody else, like, you can't, when you haven't even been truthful with your audience about your own backstory. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Why am I dangerous? Because I don't know. All I'm going to say is I was offended with how she responded. And here's the thing. She blocked me a week ago, or whenever it is she blocked me. She prevented me from addressing her directly. I addressed her directly in her comments. She blocked me again and continues to make these comments instead of just addressing me directly. Candace could have very well reached out to me personally and said, I did not take part in this. I have nothing to do with this. I stepped away from you because of this, this, and this. Instead, she chose to go publicly on her large platform and label me as dangerous along with Julie and Yesenia. What we're not going to do is lump me in with these women while they're being exposed, because these last 2 weeks, I have not seen a single receipt of Annie surfacing of me being dangerous or me bullying or me fat shaming or any of that. What I've seen are receipts of a group of women attacking me. And if you're basing me dangerous off of that, that's a crock of shit. Okay? I am disappointed because Candace and I have similar stories, and I mean, not You know what I mean? She comes from a similar background. So I did expect her throughout the hate campaign to have some type of sympathy or empathy, but she didn't, right? She made her choices, and that's fine. And yes, I do believe at this point, everybody's just trying to wash their hands, especially Candace, right? She has the biggest platform. She relies on her social media platform for her income, just like I did. So for her to not sympathize with that is sad to me. So she's here trying to clean up her name and wash her hands, and I'm not friends with any of them. I had nothing to do with it. But again, she had conversations about it with Recaps and Julia. She made her decision to side with Julia for an entire year. And if she's made the decision to step away from Julia now, it's because I have publicized what Julia actually did. But when it was happening behind the scenes, she was very much okay with what was happening. And that's all. And the only threat that I pose to Candace is her platform. The only threat that I pose is with the truth. If the truth threatens you, that is not me being a threat or dangerous. That is the truth. I'm not here sharing or making up lies. Everything I have shared has a receipt behind it. And that's a lot more than I got when I was going through the ringer. All right. Next creator, Connie. Forever Connie. I had no idea who this woman was until this morning. No idea. No idea that she existed. She happened to be on one of the screenshots that Recap sent me. You guys saw it in the video. And I asked her what's her social media. That's when she sent it to me, and I realized, she has 80,000 followers. So she was one of the. If you guys remember when Recaps dropped the first receipt, she said there was 5 big content creators against me, and so we have Julia, we have Forever Connie, Yesenia, and the fifth one, the only one I can put in there is Candace. I don't know. Connie deleted all of her social media within like an hour. Her TikTok, she went private on her Instagram, and her husband also went private. The only thing I can say about Connie is I don't know who she is. I don't know why she hated me. I don't know why she invested so much time into reporting my lives 22 times. I don't know why she made the comments that she made about going for my neck. And I don't know. I don't know because I didn't know she existed prior to today. I literally have nothing to show for it. And the only actual response she gave was deleting her social media accounts. And what you saw in the comments or in the screenshots of the group chat, that she was scared of Annie. Annie's so scary. I don't want her to notice us. Reported her 22 times. And all that shit. Again, there's not much to say about Connie because she just went MIA. I don't know her. I've never had an interaction with her. I've never said anything to her. I've never said anything about her prior to today. So I have no explanation as to why Connie took part in this at all. A lot of you have asked me if she deleted her. You can't find her. She deleted. She deactivated. And I think that speaks for itself. The receipts really speak for themselves. All right. Yesenia, PJs. We've already kind of talked about Yesenia Guadalupe. I posted additional screenshots in my video this morning of the comments that she made regarding my DV. She tried to say she wasn't really a part of it. She was just in it. She wasn't active. She definitely made comments. This is why her apology rubbed me the wrong way, especially now. If you guys remember the apology she issued, she referenced the DV. She's like, I relate. I went through something similar. For you to relate to DV but make those comments about the strangulation marks on my neck being smaller than your hickeys is disgusting. This is what I mean by her apology is not an apology because it had no accountability. Yesenia did issue her statement today because people were questioning her about the cartel. All of these women are pointing the finger at each other. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. And at the very end, I'm going to bring it all together with Julie's explanation. But I'm going to go ahead and show y'all what PJs responded with. I'm sorry, it's not a very flattering picture of you. I promise I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just, it is what it is. Why can't, hold on.
Zacatecas. Yo soy de Zacatecas. You can't accuse me of shit like that sin meterme en problemas. Honestly, you can't do that.
Hold on.
You can't. I would go driving from Zacatecas to Guadalajara y así. You think I was gonna open my mouth about shit like that? Y la que sí la abrió, the one who did, I don't see nobody fucking with her. So people need to, just because I don't have her blocked doesn't mean she can just come at me. If she has all that stuff, she needs to go and take that to where it came from. A mí no. Back and forth, exactamente. Y yo por pendeja me metí. I apologize for it, por meterme en algo que no me importaba. For giving opinions que no me importan. For eso sí, and I apologize for it. Why would you do what Julie told you? I didn't do shit. I ain't do shit. I did not do those things. I did not type those things. I was not the one saying for nobody to go write that. Que acusaran que I was not the one doing those things. Porque para empezar, yo vivía en México también. I lived in Mexico as well. In Zacatecas. And you can't compare the danger. La güerita called you dangerous. I don't even know. She unfollowed me a long time ago. I don't know. La güerita, yo no sé. I know she's friends with another creator. Y eso a mí me vale verga, you know? I don't fuck with nobody like that. Yo hasta una vez le mandé enfrascados to her because I like doing stuff like that. But I don't get why they would call me dangerous. Yo no era la que estaba diciendo eso. To start off, you can't say things like that where I was living. You can't say shit like that. But you knew how dangerous it was and why did you... I didn't do it. That wasn't... I was not involved in that. I was not involved at all. Pero están los mensajes. ¿Y dónde está que yo lo escribí o que yo lo andaba haciendo? I was not the one doing that. I was not the one who tagged. I can't even be talking about that thing that they tagged. The group that they're talking about, I can't even talk about them. Because of de donde soy yo. Like, do y'all, I can't say these things clearly. Por lo mismo, that one day voy a regresar and I'm not trying to have issues. So, you know? Girl, I don't know. You know, I was seeing and was confused. La que lo hizo be getting awesome video about as if she's innocent. Yeah, yo no fui la que andaba diciendo eso. Eso yo no, I was not the one who tagged, que puso, que comentó. No, por lo mismo that I'm from Zacatecas. If you know how it's like over there, if you've heard anything about that state, why the fuck would I say that?
Here's my thing with all these girls saying, I didn't say it, I didn't do it, okay? You were part of this group where pictures of children were being disseminated, families were being doxxed, the cartel was being mentioned. I don't care if you didn't say it. You're just as guilty for being there, not saying anything, and not removing yourself from it. Because all of them had a choice to remove themselves from this group at any point in time. Yesenia was the last one to remove herself. And the only reason they removed themselves was at Julia's direction so that the group could be deleted. Because you can't delete the group until all the members leave. She was the last one to leave. And sadly, the group was never deleted because that's why Recaps has all of these receipts. But this whole, like, I didn't do it. Nobody wants to take accountability for it because they all know how fucked up it was. However, you were part of it. You were very much a part of it by staying silent, by engaging in it, by feeding into it, because we've seen that she was active in the chat. We've seen she was making comments. We've seen she was mocking my DV publicly and privately. So this whole I didn't say it doesn't fly because you were just as part of it as a person that did it.
Why the fuck would I get involved in something like that? Come on now. Right, it would put you in danger too if you... Exactamente. And that danger is not the same living in a beach city que en Zacatecas.
Okay, we're going to stop right there, okay? What we're not going to do is make it seem like, oh, because she lives in PV, she's not as prone to this as I am that lives in Zacatecas. Let me tell you something. The cartel is everywhere. Everywhere, okay? They are everywhere. So this whole she lives here and I live there, so it's okay because she lives over there is out the window, okay? Because they are in PV, they are where you live, they are everywhere. And this whole idea that she lives in a touristy area so she's fine is no, we're not gonna do that.
It's not even the same at all. Remotely at all. Remotely at all. No se puede ni comparar. You can't even compare the types like.
What we can't compare is you, a single woman living with a man, versus a single mother with 5 children living on her own. Who's more at risk, Yesenia?
Like, you can't compare it. Y'all stop doing I'm from Calera. Girl, yo soy de Sign. I live in Fresnillo, girl.
Also, wasn't she from Oakland?
And why was I able to always...
Hold on, wasn't she from Oakland? Because I swear to God, I jumped into her live last week and she was like, I'm from Oakland. But today you're from Zacatecas and Sign? I don't know. I just could have sworn.
En Fresnillo, en Zacatecas, en porque I didn't have no issues. Yo no andaba de pinche pleitis, not the one starting shit with people. I was not with people. I was not doing stuff like... So... That's why I was able to drive to, when I went to Jalisco, I was able, like, why? Because I wasn't starting shit with people. Because if I were, no anduviera así, how it was. She said, exactamente. Don't put names. No, don't ever. I've always said the same thing. Just don't be tagging people in my stuff. Like, literally, I make fucking recipe videos. Like, y'all need to leave me the fuck alone. Like, si van a empezar con eso. La neta. Mira, a mí eso no me importa, por cada quien. And I don't, like, yeah, you know, I'm over it.
All right, so, I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like these bitches are folding quicker than a napkin and pointing their fingers at everybody else. Nobody wants to say they were behind the cartel post because we all know that was going way too far. They're over it. They're over it because... Okay, anyway. Next up on the chopping block is the receipts. So... Julia finally came out of hiding today. And love that for her. First of all, I want to start out by saying that Julia has been MIA for 2 weeks because the receipts have been just trickling in, right? She has not addressed anything, deleting comments left and right of anybody bringing this to light. And I'm sorry. We're just going to go... For those of you that missed her live, just bear with me while I get my screen set up here. So if you missed her live, don't worry, because I have it here for you. Now, we all know how particular Julia is about the copyright. So most of this is going to be audio. All right.
For you to come up in here because I know they've been waiting. So let's talk about it. Girl, go on YouTube. Julia, I love you. Thank you, bestie. Love you too. Hi, bestie. I'm beefing until they didn't alert me. I'm so sorry. I don't care either. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about it. But
I'm just gonna fast forward to where it's applicable.
My friends are being dragged into it who have nothing to do with it. So we have to get to the bottom of this. And let's just...
By friends, she's referring to Candace, Connie, and Yesenia, which we've all seen, have a lot to do with it.
Talk about it. Let's get it out the way. And then let's just move on. We wait on the trolls and translators. Exactly. We wait on the trolls and the translators to come out. Aquí con mi popcorn y la Valentina. Exactly. Because it's so boring. 1, it's boring. 2, this happened exactly.
How much let it play?
Fish you back, yes. So, Diosito Santo. It's so exhausting, y'all. Honestly, like, I will say this, I don't want to talk about this because it's so boring. One, it's boring. Two,
I just want to point out that it wasn't boring, Julia, when you were screen recording and posting receipts and making YouTube channels and making TikToks and making Instagrams and making stories about me. It wasn't boring last year when the heat wasn't on you.
this happened last year. And three, like, we gotta move on. We gotta move on. You feel me? But let's talk about it. So, last year, we all know, let's just do a quick little recap, all right? Last year, you already know what happened, okay? If you were here for most of the shit show, you know what went down. I gave a fucking opinion on another creator at the time, okay? She came at me full force.
All right, so we're gonna pull out what initiated all of this first so we can get a good understanding, because as you just said, she said I gave an opinion and she came at me full force. This is what she's referring to as full force. This is the reaction that I made.
She's fucking still doing her baby daddy. I don't give a fuck. What I don't like, y'all, is how he comes on her lives, because I was watching her live, was it yesterday, I believe? Yeah, yesterday I was watching it, and she was getting ready because I don't know what the fuck they were gonna do. And I don't know where they were going or something. And they were going to her. It was like her son's birthday, and y'all, he wanted to make it so obvious, okay, that they're basically, fucking, right, and it made me mad. And I feel like the excuse is, well, we have kids together. I'm not gonna keep my kids away from their dad, and you don't have to. But you can also set boundaries, bitch. And I feel like she's falling back in, which can happen to the best of us. We're not here to judge.
But you're judging.
You know what I mean? We're not here to motherfucking judge. That's her motherfucking
But you're judging.
business. But
My business, but here you are.
I think she's.
All right, so that is what Julia is referring to. I went full force on her. That is what she's referring to. I came at her sideways. That's it. The caption to that video that I made said, do better and stop creating judgmental content, okay? That does not equate to me coming at you full force, okay? I was offended that she was discussing my sex life. I hadn't told my platforms I was fucking my baby daddy yet. And I wasn't ready to, because there was a lot of hate around me and I was maneuvering through a lot of difficult things in my life, okay? So when she did that, she had my personal business out there, my sex life out there, and I was offended. And so I made a reaction video, and that's it. That is where she told people later on that I started fat shaming her. As you can see, I didn't fat shame her. I just reacted to what she said about me. She called me a bitch. And at the time, I didn't know her. So a lot of people were like, that's just how she talks. Great for you. But you don't get to refer to people that you don't know as a bitch and then expect them to know how you are. Okay? So that is what she's referring to as she came at me full force. So again, for reference, this is
opinion on another creator at the time, okay? She came at me full force, fat shaming me, mad because I gave a fucking simple ass opinion on.
Okay, so can we all agree that I did not come at her full force? Does that look like you as coming at you full force? No, that is me telling you to stop talking shit in a nice manner, okay? People then started commenting a bunch of stuff and calling her out for her appearance. I like the comment that called her Mama Bubba, okay? That is what she is claiming I fat shamed her. And if that's not the case, a year later, I have not seen the receipt of me initially fat shaming her, which is de donde se colgó for a whole year, okay?
A relationship, right? But that's what I do. Like, it's cheeseman. It's, that's what people fucking do. Like, if you don't want an opinion on your life or whatever, like, just, there's no way to, like, not have people come at you, okay? And I've learned that the hard way, honestly. So, I give an opinion. Homegirl, Annie GRC, you already know, right? Came at me full force, was upset, and we did this tit for tat thing last year. Tit for tat.
Okay, we did not go tit for tat last year, Julia. You went at me last year. I'm barely starting this year, okay? Because if we had gone tit for tat, your brother's mugshot would have been up last year on my Instagram. If we had gone tit for tat, I would have exposed you last year. We did not go tit for tat. You came at me And I try to defend myself by issuing peaceful statements, asking people to report you for doing hateful shit at your job. Okay, and we're gonna get into all of that. We're gonna get into that. But let me just make for the record, we did not go tit for tat last year. Now you can say I'm coming at you full force. Now you can say we're going tit for tat. But last year, I took the high road for a long time.
As in, you know, she came at me first. And
did I come at you first, or did you come at me first? And then I started reacting to what you were putting out. So let's be clear here. Who came at who first? Because I didn't know who you were. I didn't know Julia. She was my follower. I didn't even know she followed me. Okay. So what we're not going to do is gaslight TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, because you have me questioning, bitch. You got me questioning, was it me? Am I the problem? No. You started it.
Literally, it all could have been avoided. Okay.
If you would just not talk shit about
it, all could have been avoided because I went into her comment section and I have the screenshots. Okay, but y'all, it's so exhausting. I went into her comment section. Okay, and she was like, blah blah blah. Like, you're talking shit about me. You don't even know me. And I went in there. I was like, hey, you don't have the full live. Okay, you don't know what's going on. It was all love because I followed her. Okay, this is so embarrassing. I used to follow Annie GRC. I used to literally fucking follow her because I got fucking soaked up in her.
So can you explain, Julia, how you go from following me, from being my fan and supporter, to this? How do you go from that to this? A lot of you tried defending Julia in the beginning and saying she was just looking out for you. She was just concerned, a concerned follower, fan. Really? How do you go from that to this? It's giving Stan vibes.
Deportation story. And then when I saw her,
yeah, miss, it was all love. This is love? This is not love. That was not love. That was shade. That was judgment. That was chisme. That was you making content off of people's trauma, off of people's personal lives, just like you did with the murder of the murder of the victim that your brother murdered. Before anybody found out about it.
Unfollowed, okay, and she deleted my fucking comment. It was no longer there. And then she liked a comment calling me Mama Bubba, fat shaming me, and then she swore up and down she didn't.
Okay, can we discuss Mama Bubba? Okay, I didn't even know what a Mama Bubba was. I just knew she looked like one. Like, if a Mama Bubba was a thing, she would have been one. Okay, I have since Googled Mama Bubba, and it's a fish. It's a fish. If I'm wrong, correct me. Okay, Julie, I just want you to know that was not fat shaming. But the fact that I liked that comment, that is what she turned into. She's fat shaming me. That's what she told Yesenia. That's what she told Candace. That's what she told PJs. From that action of me liking the comment, I didn't even write the comment. I liked it, and that turned into she's fat shaming me. She's fat shaming me. I just want an honest answer from you guys. Is that really fat shaming? It wasn't somebody calling her fat and I liked it. Somebody just called her mama. Somebody said, why is Mama Bubba talking? That's literally what the comment said. I remember it. They said, why is Mama Bubba talking? And I liked it because I was like, why is she talking? Okay, that is not equivalent to fat shaming. But you know what that tells me? Is how insecure this woman is about her body, because that is what sent her into a spiral for months and months and months and months and months. Okay, that is what she defined as fat shaming. There's not a video of me, and nobody really knew that. Okay, when she was telling people she fat shamed me, people were assuming she's calling her fat, making fun of her for being fat. Where's the video? Why were there never any receipts produced of me actually fat shaming her? Because it didn't happen. It didn't happen. From there, everything I did turned into fat shaming.
Shaming, blah blah blah, right? It's too much. It's too much back and forth. And so last year, I want to say like around end of March, beginning of April, like it had already gotten too far. She was coming at me. Her and her baby daddy were coming at me. I was
okay. This started in February. I'm not going to post all the receipts. A lot of you guys already know. I posted them on my old ones, on my old account or old videos. You guys know she dropped a YouTube video on me and Walter. And then Walter eventually responded with his TikToks, okay? But she's leaving out that she created these YouTube videos before we even came at her.
Myself, and it was tit for tat. You know what I mean? Then my mom passed away, and, she came at me and, like, making fun of my mom dying. It was like
okay, to date, where is the clip of me making fun of her mom dying? You know, Julia, you said a lot of things, but you showed 0 receipts. 0. None. Okay? To date, I demand to see this receipt of me making fun of her mom dying. I didn't know her mom even died until her followers jumped into one of my lives where I was raffling cups and they said, "You're such a this for doing this while her mom's dying." I wasn't keeping up with her personal life. Okay? I was raffling Starbucks cups and trying to make this all go away. I wouldn't even mention her name. I was trying to make it stop. I didn't know her mom died. I didn't care that her mom died. I wasn't keeping up with her. Okay? Now, but I will say this. I definitely had my opinions. But I was like, if her mom died, why is she still doing this? If her mom died, why is she creating a hate campaign in the middle of grieving? I don't fucking know, but whatever. So again, where are the receipts of me making fun of her mom dying? They don't exist. Just like the fat shaming didn't exist. It was all a manipulation. Everything I was doing at that time was being twisted into "it's about Julia."
It's like a whole thing. Okay, it was a whole thing last year. So this is what happened. Around the end of March,
Julia,
beginning of April, she doxed me. Okay, straight up doxed me. She.
All right, we're gonna talk about the doxing. I'm gonna show you what the doxing actually was, because for a whole year she's made it seem like. Oh wait, I gotta let her finish. Hold on.
Hired this old lady to go to my job at the time and to take a picture of me at my job. She had people email my old job. She posted literally the location where I was working, and she told people to email and like just basically pull up on me type of stuff, right? And so I was mad. I was pissed.
It's buffering.
I was like, bro, what's going on? And mind you, okay, this person has a habit of doxing people. She did it to Walter's baby mama, okay? She did it to Walter's sister-in-law. This is what she does. She doxes people, okay? The receipts are all there. She posts them her damn self, okay?
Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. This whole doxing, thing where she's like, she doxed me. What I did, okay, and this was in April, mind you. So this is what I posted. At the request of my legal team, we're requesting support from my platforms to report the online hate campaign that has targeted my platform's livelihood and my family's safety for 8 weeks. The hateful content has actively employed 80,000 individuals to harass, threaten, and cyberbully, all from an HEB front counter on company time. I provided the link, and I provided the store number to include in this report, okay? Now, also, where are the receipts that I hired somebody? I didn't hire anybody, okay? I didn't hire I did hire someone eventually, but I didn't hire a grandma to go to her work, okay? I've already talked about how these pictures were obtained. However, she's painting this out to be like she dropped where I work for people to pull up on me, beat me up. She says it later in the video. That's not true. This is what I asked. This is what I doxed with, right? And I provided those photos because that was the proof. I caught her red-handed behind on company time running her hate campaign. And you want to know why? Because they were real-time photos. She had just dropped the video. She was actively commenting literally. I caught her red-handed, okay? So I told people, this is what you need to fill out. Here are the pictures. Here are the proof. Send it to HEB. And we did, okay? And I did that as a last resort because I could not get her to stop. And if you haven't watched my other YouTube videos, there's a clear timeline of what led up to this. And it wasn't just Annie's being a stalker, okay? She was doing a lot of this shit behind the scenes, a lot. They were reaching out to my collabs. They were flagging all my content. She was reading my police reports, my Facebook messages on her YouTube channel. She wouldn't stop making videos about me, Walter, my kids, the fake accounts. All of that shit was going on before I resorted to this, okay? I hired legal counsel before I resorted to this. And this was done at the advice of my attorney, of my paid attorney, okay? You want to call it doxing because it paints you as a victim. What this actually is asking support from my platform, just like you did, right? You asked people to report me to TikTok. You're just mad because I was a step ahead, and instead of having them report you to TikTok, I had them report you to HEB because what you were doing was on company time, and I know you got in trouble for it. So next time you run a hate campaign, you should at least make sure you're not doing it on the clock, okay? Because that's also a form of scamming. since you were so big on scamming and what I was doing, but the whole time you're scamming HEB, okay? And that's why you were mad. So this whole doxing, you can just throw it out the window. Okay, I didn't tell people to pull up to beat you up. I didn't tell people to go hurt you. I asked people to help me report you for the shitty things you were doing while you were clocked into work. And that is no different than what you were doing when you were reaching out to Onward about, oh, she uses the N-word, look at her Twitter. It was no different, no better. But when I started matching energy, all of a sudden, you are the victim.
You can go see it wherever on her Instagram, whatever. She's posted it before, all right?
Oh,
And so I was mad. I was literally having a chill day. I remember it was the Austin. I've never doxed her. I've never doxed her. Ever have I doxed her. And if she has proof of me doxing her, then go ahead and post it. But I've never doxed.
And we did, right? We've already posted the proof of her doxing. We've already posted why there's no accounts with her name doxing, but we've already posted the audios of her directing her followers to dox my mods, to include pictures of their children, pictures of their family. That we've already shown the screenshots of her directing people how to word everything that was worded into the local Vallarta groups. We've already posted those, but she didn't address any of that. She just said post them. We did post them. We posted them for 2 weeks, and you just skimmed right over them. They're already there, and it's your voice. You can't even like buy out of it because it's your voice telling people what I want. I want their faces on there. Go find where Beth is from. Go find where Jenna's from. I want them exposed. I want them to create drama. Go call her son's hospital. What else? How many other receipts do you need for you to acknowledge that you actively doxed? The thing that you're crying about is what you were doing behind the scenes. You may not have done it by your own name, but you were telling people exactly how to do it and to make sure that it wasn't tied back to you.
And so that happened, right? So she doxed me. Mind you, we were going back and forth. The problem that I had, okay, she did it because okay. The problem that I had with Annie in the beginning, not only was she fat shaming me, I started.
Where? We need receipts, Julia, because you're not very credible at this point. We need the receipts.
When that whole drama came out, I had literally, I'm not even kidding. Dox means posting somebody's address or their name, phone, like stuff like that, okay?
Dox means posting someone's address or name. You guys remember the YouTube videos she dropped about me that she has now deleted? They included my full name. They included full legal names. And that was before I doxed her on HEB, right? So doxing is releasing any sort of personal information. When she made the YouTube videos about me and my police reports, she included Ana Karen Garcia. That's my legal name that I don't use on my platforms. Okay, I go by Annie JRC for a reason. So you started the doxing. It just wasn't to the same. You weren't ready for the type of energy I gave you back when it came down to it. Okay, so again, you have doxed. You try to clean up any proof of it. You made sure that when the doxing was happening, it wasn't supposed to tie back to you, but it did. It did.
About all types of stuff, okay? And they basically were scammed, okay? They basically were scammed out of their money because she provided no real information. She was charging $800 to $1,000 to help people find a job. And
$800 to $1,000? Where are the receipts? Please, hold on. Did I hear that right?
Basically were scammed out of their money because she provided no real information. She was charging $800 to $1,000 to help people find a job.
Okay, so you know the type of receipts you're gonna need for these types of accusations. I need you to show me the people that actually paid me, the people that booked a consultation, and nobody paid over $50 for a consultation. First of all, okay, the only people that paid me $800 to $1,000 are my sugar daddies. First of all, okay, and if they feel scammed, that's their personal problem. These people that booked a consultation to date, I have not had a single one come to me with any type of complaint. And my consultations were never legal advice. In fact, I always particularly disclosed, I don't give legal advice, I give legal resources. And when it came to the jobs, I always said, I don't guarantee the jobs. I can pair you up with interviews, with people hiring, but it's not my fault if you don't get a job, okay? However, I don't believe this is true because where are the receipts? Where are the messages of people reaching out to her? Where are the $800 to $1,000 payments that she's saying people sent to me to help them find jobs? Where are they? They don't exist. There was a lot of shit like this that people ran with without any actual proof.
And, they were basically like I got scammed. She said she was gonna help me. She didn't help me, and so everything just started. People started hitting me up, and like I had so many DMs, and I was just like, "This is not okay." You know what I mean? And so everything just came to light, and that's why we were going back and forth. We were going back and forth, and then people were like, you know what I mean? She claims to be a dreamer. She's not a dreamer. It was just so much stuff going on with her, literally taking advantage of vulnerable people, right? So whatever. So I get the information. She had already fat shamed me. We had already gone on this thing. Now again. End of March, beginning of April, she doxed me, okay? Like I said, putting my whole information out there, inciting people to come, basically fuck me up, to report me to my old job, and like do all types of stuff.
Okay, hold on.
And so I was like, I'm.
Does this look like that's me asking people to go fuck her up? Where are the receipts, Julia, of me asking people to go fuck you up? Because if this is what you're referring to, I'm sorry, but this does not scream, go pull up and go fuck her up. This literally says, report her to HEB for doing this shit on company time. Okay? So, again, we need receipts because at this point, you're no longer credible. And you cannot be accusing people of this type of shit without receipts. You cannot.
I've had enough. I didn't do that to her, okay? I didn't do that to her. I never doxed her. I never posted about her kids. I didn't do any of that. And so, recaps, okay? Let's remember recaps. Recaps messaged me. Now, coincidentally, okay, it's okay. Let the people be, okay? Let the people be. They're all here for the cheese man at the end of the day. All right? And this is what needs to be fucking said. So, recaps, she was a OG former bestie, okay? Recap sent me an audio. She sent me the screenshot of Annie doxing me, okay? And then she sent me an audio, which the audio is no longer there because she deleted it. And she was like, that's enough, like, because she called me cuñis at the time, okay? Because she was talking to my brother or trying to talk to my brother, blah, blah, blah. And so Recap sends me an audio and she's like, girl, she doxed you. She put all your information out there. She sent me the screenshot. I was literally at the fucking park with my husband. We were enjoying a beautiful motherfucking day, okay? And she was like, I think we should make a group chat. And I said, fuck it, let's make a group chat. Because at the time, Annie was going live saying that her and her mods had this private group where they would talk about me. They were like, like, let's reassess, blah, blah, blah.
Where? Where are the lives where I said I have a private group discussing you?
And she was like, Annie has it. Why don't we have one? And I was like,
you guys know this is not true. You guys already heard the audio that Recap shared, where Julia literally said, yeah, Cuñis, can you do me a favor? Because I don't really know how. Can you get the besties together and put them in a group? Only the besties that we trust. You guys remember. If you haven't, it's in one of my videos. We already heard the audio of what led to this group being created. And Recap did create it, but because Julia asked her for help to do it. Nothing was mentioned about Annie has one and we don't. None of that shit. And I have never said I have a group chat discussing Julia. Ever. Okay, ever. You are not that important to us.
Right, let's just do it, right? So Recaps made the group, all right? It was called Julia's Besties. She was adamant on that.
I want you to notice how much emphasis she puts on the fact that Recaps made this group. But she skips over the audio that we have provided that she directed Recaps to create this group.
She made the group. She was adding people. She would tell me, hey, I'm going to add this person or should I add this person? I had no control over that. She did it all herself, right? We were in there. And if you can see, it says on there that she was an admin. I was never an admin. I had no control as to who was in there, who wasn't in there. You know what I mean? Like, it was all her.
Again, placing a lot of blame on Recaps because Recaps was the admin.
Well, guess everybody participated, as in not everybody, but like, I can't say who else was in there because obviously, some people are being, the thing here is that Recaps is choosing who to put out there and who not to put out there. Okay. And so she chose to.
That's actually no longer true because we know that today Recaps put everybody out there. Last week, Recaps was just putting out her and 80s Baby, but this week, Recaps dropped names of everybody else involved. So for her to say she's picking and choosing is no longer applicable because everybody was exposed today, and that's the reason why everybody had something to say, including Julia. Julia finally addressing this has for the sole fact that her friends were finally exposed along with her.
Oh, my audios only my couple of messages because I really wasn't involved in that chat. I would jump in from time to time, but mind you, it was.
Did you really say you weren't involved in this chat, Julia? Get the fuck out of here. Did you really say you weren't involved in this chat when there's like How many audios have we posted? How many screenshots have we posted? You was active like a motherfucker in there. You were active, like proactive, okay?
So many messages just talking shit. Just talking shit. You feel me? That's what people do. It's no different.
No. What you guys did was not just talking shit. What you guys did was you created an army to attack me and anybody who supported me. What you guys did was far more than just talking shit. Talking shit, you could sum it up to what you did when you were talking shit about me and Walter, this and that. You enlisted people to dox. You were disseminating pictures of children in this group. You were asking people to call my son's hospital. You were instructing them how to expose me in the local PV groups. What you did is far more than talking shit. And that is not what people do, okay? Because that is not what we did. What we definitely talked some shit about you. We definitely did, privately. And you know why I did it privately? Because if I had done it publicly, the rest of my followers would follow suit. And that would create hate towards you. What I did was I told my followers not to engage, and I vented privately to my friends, to my mods, to my besties, privately, because that contained the hate. Now, talking shit is very different than orchestrating a group of women to attack you.
From what the Reddit roaches do. Same thing. There's literally, I don't even know how many comments on there. 59,000 comments. You're telling me it's not the same?
For not following the Reddit thread, you are very up to date on it, including the amount of comments in the live chat. And it's not even your snark page. That's Yesenia's. For claiming you didn't have a Reddit and you know a lot about the thread that you would only know if you are actively following it and engaging.
Telling me people don't have your small little group chats and you talk shit? Okay. We heard you say in the audio to make the group chat. Yeah, it was a confirmation. Okay, it was a confirmation. Yeah, go ahead and make it.
That's a lie. The audio. Should we bring up the audio again? Hold on. Let's bring up the audio because Julia has amnesia. Episode 2. Recaps confirms. Group started. Hold on. Julia's version. Oh man, I may not have it quickly to reference, but we've heard it, right? We have heard the audio. It was not a confirmation. It was a, yeah, could you help me, Gunias? Because I don't know how to do that. Yeah, could you get the besties and make a group? We all know. We heard it, okay? We heard it.
But, like I said, I don't have the audio because we all left the group chat, okay? And then Recaps left the group chat open.
Explain why you left the group chat. The group chat could not be deleted until all the members left, okay? So Julia instructed everybody to leave and then was like, okay, Recaps, delete it. Recaps didn't delete it, okay? And then because Recaps didn't delete it, Julia, none of them have access to it except for Recaps. So Recaps is the GOAT for that one. And she's probably mad at herself. They're all mad because they no longer have access to this group chat. They're all mad because they can't pull their own receipts. And, Julia spent a lot of time today talking about show the whole thing, show the whole chat. So did Yesenia. We don't care about the whole thing. I don't care why you told people to do what you did. I don't care why you did what you did. All we care about is the fact that you did it, okay? We don't need to see the context. I don't care if you are replying. I don't care if you did it first. We know Recaps is just as guilty, okay? Recaps threw herself under the bus to expose all of you. Recaps gave me enough to sue her if I wanted to expose all of you. So we know Recaps ain't innocent, but we also know that we don't care why you did what you did. We don't need to see the whole chat. I don't need to see the year worth of chats. The audios speak for themselves.
Did not tell her to make it. But again, I don't have that proof because she deleted the audio. Recaps is smart, girl. You smart.
Que salga la desgraciada. It's buffering.
PJ, oh, sorry, I should not have said that. You got me there. I shouldn't have said that comment.
Now you're calling her
so
PJs.
whatever, we're going back and forth. Now, Yesenia Garcia MUA, she was added, Recaps added her, okay? And all she...
Again, do y'all notice the emphasis? Recaps added her. We know. Because you told her to.
It would say that she made fake accounts and she would call her Mr. Burns or Pelona. That's true. She had nothing else to do with it. She barely was in there. She would just come in and say, how you guys doing? And that's it. Nothing else. Connie, those messages that Annie has posted is literally out of context. It's the same thing. I can literally take a picture of a message and then not post what I was responding to. That makes no sense. If you're gonna post everything, post the real receipts, okay? Because you're picking and choosing who's okay to be exposed and who's not. You know what I mean? And that's not okay either. Where are recaps' audios? Where are recaps' messages? It's just kind of funny how, you know, she made the page, or she made the group chat, but like, where's her stuff at?
I don't care about recaps and stuff.
You know what I mean? But okay, it's fine. I didn't care that mine was being put out there. I don't give a fuck about it. It is what it is, right? I said what I said. What do you want me to do? At this time, I was being doxxed. I was being laughed at because my mother had died. I was being...
Where are the receipts for that? Where are the receipts for people laughing supposedly about your mother dying? They don't exist.
Fat shamed. Annie was sending her people to troll me.
Where are the receipts that I was sending people to troll you? For those of you that have been watching this in full, you guys remember I used to say don't engage, don't engage, don't engage, don't engage. When did I send people to troll you?
Odds were coming at me. So
I don't hear any voice audios of me telling my followers to go do this, go do that. Actually, I said the opposite.
Like, are we forgetting? This was not unprovoked.
But it was. It very much was, because remember, I didn't even know who the fuck you were. All right, we're going to take a quick break to catch up on entries. Commercial break. Go get your snacks, como dice la gordis. Okay, so Ash M, I got you down. Brenda Pantoja Villazel, I got you down for 2 entries. Thank you, bestie. Noemi Umana, got you down for 1 entry via Venmo. Jessica Montes, got you down for 1 entry. Chayo via Cash App, I got you down for 3 entries. 1, 2, 3, 4. Erika Buena got you down on 1 entry, and Angelica Flores got you down on 2 entries via Cash App. Okay, so I am all caught up on entries. Let's resume. Leah, I just got your 1 entry. Oh. Hold on. Where is it? Was...
Not unprovoked. This was something that happened literally last year. This is something where it was a tit for tat situation. Now, let's talk about the C, okay? The C. There was a person in the group, okay, that came up with the idea to post on the PV Facebook group, all right, about her being a scammer, about her being a felon, blah, blah, blah. At the time, everybody was on board. Yeah, that'd be funny. Okay, it was done. Now, another individual who was also in the group went and tagged the bad people. We can't say their name, right? They tagged the bad people. I did not agree with it. In the comments, you literally see where I said, hey, she's going to use that to get a U visa. Don't take that comment off, okay? And then...
Can we talk about the fact that you told them to remove the comment because it may grant me a visa instead of the fact that it endangered my children and I? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about the fact of why you disagreed with that comment? Not because it was targeting me, not because it was endangering me and my kids. You disagreed with it because it could give me a U visa, because it could help me with the U visa. Am I the only one that sees what's wrong with that? No? Okay.
That comment off, okay? And then that person left the group because they were later on attacked by the rest of the people in the group. And they were like, that's not okay. You shouldn't do that. We all agreed that's not okay. Do not tag those people. You took it too far. So that person left.
But did you guys not agree, again, because it was fucked up, or because, oh shit, you know, if we do this, we could actually help her instead of hurting her? Can we talk about that, Julia? Or no? Or are you just going to stick to your story? Because, again, we know you're not sorry, but I just want to specify that, you know, you were not in agreement with the cartel being tagged, because it could potentially help me instead of hurt me, right? And you didn't disagree with it because it was vile and evil and it could have potentially put a target on me and 5 children. You disagreed with it because it could have helped me.
Group, all right? I had a side conversation with that person. I was like, hey, it's fine. You messed up. Delete it. Don't do it again, because that's not what we're doing. We're literally, you know what I mean? We're just trolling. We're doing, you know, we're just fucking with her. But not like that. That's taking it way too far. So that was that. For Annie to say that I did it, I didn't do it. Okay? I didn't tell anybody to do it.
Now, you guys do remember, okay, so she just said, I didn't do it. I didn't tell her to do it. Okay, but you guys remember that the screenshot that I just dropped this morning specifically is her wording how to word these posts. Okay, and we're gonna bring it back into rotation for research purposes. Please hold. All right, so here is a screenshot, okay? As you can see, Julia's name up there. On the bottom, she says, can you attach this to the post about ACS? Not sure what ACS is. But this is exactly how those Facebook posts were worded. So you're really going to sit here and say, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. We know you didn't do it. But we have you giving instructions on people to do it for you, right? And these are the posts that resulted in the cartel being tagged. And even though you deleted it, a lot of people saw it before you guys deleted it. And you don't know that the cartel didn't see before you deleted it. Okay? So, I'm going to just, put that out there.
Person did it all on their own. I'm not going to expose them, okay? Because it's already done. They deleted the comment. They left the group. Everybody was in acuerdo that they should not have done that, okay? But why, though? Person in the comments. You know, guys don't understand, though. Like, the thing here is, like, you're going to be constantly attacked, and fat shamed and bullied. And, like, I didn't have one person. I had a homegirl and her whole baby daddy coming at me. So you're...
Okay, but why was my baby daddy coming at you? Because you made an entire YouTube video about him. Okay, you brought that one on yourself. You took down the YouTube videos. You took down all the receipts so that any new people coming into this don't know what actually happened. But you made a YouTube video, 2 YouTube videos about me and one about Walter. And he, I remember having fights with him because I didn't want him to engage. And because anything he was doing was being tied back to me. Okay? But you don't get to say I was being attacked. No. You were creating video after video after video after video after video on YouTube, any platform. You created a YouTube platform on it. You were making TikToks. You're making Instagram. My face was all over your Instagram. Walter's mugshot was all over your Instagram. You were going at it. And eventually when we started responding, now you're painting it out to be like, we were coming for you? No, don't get it twisted.
Telling me, oh, I should just take it? Be fucking for real. This was all last year. I did what I did. I'm not going to apologize for what I did because she's not going to apologize for what she did. Okay? There's too much stuff that was going on behind the scenes that nobody really knows about. And I just think it's funny that, like, oh my gosh, I'm such a bad person. No, I have the proof. The problem here is, let's talk about recaps for a second. Okay? The audios are me. Obviously, they're me. I don't care. I said what I said. All right? The problem here is if I post certain things, here's the thing with recaps. Okay, I'm going to say it. You guys said I was bullying her, I was body shaming her. No. Recaps has been, she's always hid her identity because she doesn't want to be exposed. She doesn't want her face to be out there. She doesn't want her family out there. And I completely understand that, which is why up to now, I've only called her Recaps or Coonies or Starbabes06. Okay, if I show what I have to show her. I don't want to have to go that far because she can't handle it. And this is the thing. Recaps has started this. This is what's crazy to me. Recaps has started this whole thing. She started the group chat. She started the Reddit page. She started messing with Yesenia. She started messing with me. She made the Google YouTube account and the Google TikTok page. And then she went on her YouTube. Like, it's so much stuff. She can't handle what she's putting me through. She can't handle it. Okay? And that's the real tea there. She can't handle it.
Okay, first of all, Recaps is a follower of yours. Recaps didn't even know me before any of this started. I want to make that clear. According to Recaps, I'm just voicing Recaps side of the story. But Recaps claims she didn't even know me until, you know, she started screen recording for Julia. So are you really going to blame one of your followers for this and say that she started everything? Is that what we're doing now? Because that doesn't seem fair at all.
The picture, yeah. Can I post her real name? Yeah. Can I post all her audios and all? There's just so much stuff in there that in confidence she let me know. If I post it, I'm just as bad a person as she is right now.
You already said you can't post it because you don't have access to the group chat. Be for real, okay? You already told us that's why you don't. Otherwise, you probably would. But we know that you don't post anything. We know that you have fake accounts post them for you.
Okay? She wants, I love the Google page. She can dish it, but she can't take it. Expose her, please. That's the thing. It's too much exposing. It's too much going on. All right? I expose her. She, like, it's just too much. It's literally, it's gone too far at this fucking point. No, and it is fair game. I should. Honestly, I've thought about it so many times, and I'm not gonna lie. I've thought about it. I'm like, my audios are out there that I was telling her in confidence. Because some of those audios aren't from the fucking group chat. They're from me and Recaps going back and forth, right? She put our pictures out there. She did all of that. And I should be able to do the same thing, right? But I'm not going to because she can't handle it. And I'm not like that. She literally cannot handle what she's giving to me. And right now she likes the attention. Right now she's giving certain receipts and she's not, you know what I mean? She's not putting it all out there. Exactly like Yesenia said, post everything. They've involved Yesenia. She didn't really do anything. Okay,
we don't care about the year's worth of messages, okay? We don't care about why you did it. All we care about is that you did it. Yesenia, again, just as guilty. All you girls, I didn't do it. She did it. No, someone else posted it, but we can't expose her. She did it. Y'all were part of the group. You're just as guilty. Yesenia, you, Recaps, all you girls.
Fucking troll her. She said she confessed to that her damn motherfucking self. She went live and she said, this is what I did. Okay? But nobody did any of the other stuff. Say, oh, so the messages with Connie, those messages where she says to report, she was talking about the people who were reporting me, who were coming onto my page and commenting. We took...
Nope. What we're not going to do is try to save face with lies because I have those messages. So she's saying, you know, the screenshots with Connie were being manipulated and it wasn't like that. She was referring to the reporting of my comments. Hold on. It's going to take me a second to get these exhibits. Please hold. Oh, man, I thought I had these on deck and I don't. But don't worry. We have them somewhere. All right. So, please hold. Please hold. All right. So she just said, right, that the messages of Connie are being taken out of context, right? So let's pull up the exhibits of what she is saying is being taken out of context. Please hold. Where is it? Okay, so this is it, right? This is what she's referring to as being taken out of context. Connie Manrique says, everyone go report her live for bullying. The more people, the better. Just don't comment. Okay, got it. We'll do it again. Connie says, I keep reporting. We keep getting no violation. I'm still reporting them though. I reported her 22 times earlier and it said no violation. I submitted screenshots and everything, okay? Julia just said that they were referring to something about Julia's content, okay? I'm going to zoom into the screenshot so you guys can see what they were actually referring to. And so, no, this was not a twist or a manipulation or, okay? So the screenshot that was provided, as you can see here, includes a screenshot of my followers' comments being reported. Kelly Martin, comment in live, no violation. Nayeli Jasmine, comment in live, no violation. Ashley Frias, comment in live, no violation. Denise 22, comment in live, no violation. Denise Ontiveros, comment in live, no violation. So they were reporting my followers' comments, okay? And this is what Julia is referring to as being manipulated, and it's being taken out of context, and they were referring to my stuff. No, you guys were referring to the reports that y'all had made on my lives.
Screenshots, okay, of people who were constantly trolling me on my page, and we would go report them. That's it. The comments are their page. That was it. But now they've involved Connie. They try to involve her husband, and it's like, when does it stop? Literally, when does it stop?
It stops when you guys take accountability. It stops when you guys admit to what you did and you take account. You don't even have to apologize. Just own it. That's when it stops.
Riddle me that. I don't understand how, you know what I mean? You're involving so many people, but where are your audios? Where are your messages? Because Recap says some fucked up shit. Is it out there? No. Is it going to be out there? No. So, you know what I mean? What can you do? Again, if you don't like it, just get out.
Here's the thing, is you're trying to put the blame on one of your followers. That makes no sense. That's like me sitting here and saying, me and Ashley fell out, and now she's exposing me, but it was her fault. And me trying to convince people of why it's her fault and not mine. I'm the content creator. I'm the one in charge. I'm orchestrating. My followers could not be responsible for what I'm doing. You know what I mean? You're trying to pin this on Recap, and Recap said this, Recap said that. She was your follower. She was your follower representing you, acting on your behalf. She was being your fan. She was defending you. She was trolling for you. She was screen recording for you. Everything Recaps did was because she was your fan.
It's literally... Chanel about her willing. You started it for the clout and you want the accountability. I didn't. I don't need clout. I don't live off, this is another thing. I don't live off of TikTok. I don't live off of YouTube. Okay,
Okay. Just because you don't make money, which we know has, hating on other people that do, you may not need TikTok for money or your accounts to live, but you need your social media platforms for your validation. That's where you have your friends. That's where you go for support. That's where you go to find people who fulfill your emotional need and the attention that you're not getting at home, okay? If your TikTok and your Instagram and your YouTube went down tomorrow, you wouldn't know what to do with yourself, okay? You do need your social media platforms as much as you say that you don't. You may not financially rely on them. You may not monetize on them, which is why you're so mad that I do, but you most definitely need your TikTok. You need TikTok for the backup, because you don't know how to stand on your own 2 feet. You need TikTok so that when something happens to you, you can run and cry to them. You need TikTok for the support, the emotional support, validation, and attention that it gives you, okay? Again, you may not need it for money. That's even sadder, okay? Because you do this shit for free. I at least do it for the money, but you do it for free for your self-worth. That's sadder.
I've done it for the money. I've done it for the entertainment. I've done it just to be on here and fuck around. If you honestly think I started this whole drama, then I don't know what to tell you. You're fucking dumb. Straight up.
Who started this? Who commented on who first? Who was discussing me first? You. It's not that we're dumb. It's that you're just real good at gaslighting. You were gaslighting the entire TikTok today, okay? You started this by giving an unsolicited opinion on my sex life. That is what started it. Okay? I have every right to have an opinion on your opinion of my sex life. I have every right to have an opinion on your opinion of me. So all of you were like, oh, she has a right to give opinions. So do I. It has to do with me. It has to do with my body. It has to do with my baby daddy, with my family, with my finances. You know what I mean? We all have opinions, but for the record, you started it.
If you honestly think that Annie is innocent in all of this, I literally don't know what to tell you. She has gone live. She has like fucking maybe 20 videos on YouTube about me and my family.
Remember when it was you that had like 29 of me and my family? Julie, remember when it was you that had me all over your platforms? Don't you dare ever, like, she's got, yeah. And it took me a year.
She literally showed you guys how to look up my mom's obituary. But yet she's innocent in all this, right?
You showed us on Reddit first, actually. I was just reiterating. Because you were telling people that's what I did. So I did it. So now you can tell people that I did it. Because I'm so tired of you accusing me of things that I don't do for sympathy. Now you can tell people that I discussed the obituary after you told us how to find it on Reddit.
This happened a year ago. How is it getting pinned on me? She did the exact same thing. She freaking doxed me. She had her private group talking shit just because she doesn't have a recap, okay? My recap decided to flip on me because I didn't give her any attention.
Because she flipped on you because she saw you're a piece of shit. I don't have a recap because I'm not like you. I don't have a recap because none of that stuff happened in my group chats. I don't have a recap because I don't abuse my followers. I don't have a recap because I don't weaponize them. I don't have a recap because I don't use them. And recaps realized that you used her, and that's why she flipped on you.
Because I refused to be having to put up with her like that. So she flipped, okay? And she went over there and she gave Annie everything. Just because it hasn't happened to Annie doesn't mean she wasn't doing the exact motherfucking same thing. Okay? And now it's like, oh, I want to take...
You're just mad because your besties aren't loyal. I'm sorry. You're just mad because your besties are not loyal. Look at what Candace did. She turned on you too. All your besties are flipping on you because what you did is wrong. Okay? That's why they're flipping on you. Not because of me, not because of them. They're flipping on you because you're wrong. That's why Candace cut you off too.
Why? I didn't do any of that. This is real life shit that she's saying that I'm doing that I didn't do. Another thing that Annie has put out there is that I'm this Johnny person on Reddit and I freaking posted a picture of her daughter. Be fucking for real. Riddle me this also, okay? If you truly think that, why wouldn't you hand that case over to... That's serious, okay? That's literally child porn. I don't know, I don't have kids, all right? But if I had kids and somebody did that to me, I'm doing everything that I can.
That's right, you don't have kids, so you could never relate. You have no idea how you would handle it, and you don't know what you would do. So because you don't have kids, you should shut the fuck up.
To expose that person and say you did it. Okay? They can find out who that is. She could have had that Reddit page shut down, but instead of doing that, she joined the Reddit roaches. She became...
Okay, pause. The Reddit page where my daughter was posted was the Andy Garcia snark page. That has actually been shut down. The Reddit page that I joined is the Yesenia snark page, and that's not where my daughter was posted. Now you know that because you were all up in both groups. But you're not going to specify that. And half of the Reddit roaches are in here, so y'all can confirm. My daughter was not posted in the Reddit chat that I'm a part of, or was a part of, or engaged in. My daughter was posted in my snark page that has since gone private because you guys are weirdos. Y'all had a lot of weirdos in there. Johnny had a lot of pedo comments, whatever the fuck. And that's why they shut it down, okay? That account, and it's not even shut down. It's just private. And they could reopen at any time. But... the account where my daughter was posted is not the account that I have engaged in. Just for the record. And for as much as you know about Reddit, I could have sworn you said you didn't even have an account. You don't even know what goes on in there. You've been watching my lives and you've been watching Reddit.
Became the queen of the Reddit roaches. And she kept the page going and she brought more traction to it. Where they posted your daughter? Not once, but twice?
How do you know how many times they posted her? How do you know how many times they posted her? How do you know how many times they posted her, Julia, if you didn't post them? You slipped up a lot in this live, Julia, and you gave yourself away a lot in this live, and you don't realize it, but that's why we're here to dissect it, okay? And also, I just want to make one thing clear. I am not Queen Roach. I am not head of that group. I do not run that group. I simply engaged in it here and there. And that group is a part of why all of these things came out. I have a gratitude to that group. I don't necessarily love them, but I don't run them. They are the reason why a lot of this shit came up. They're the ones that have spilled the receipts of Julia and Yesenia, and it's why Julia hates them. It's why Julia said she could have taken him down. Why would I take him down when they're helping me expose you and everything you did to me? You got me fucked up. Why would... once that account, the Johnny account, was booted off of the snark page, once that happened, booted out, okay? And again, how do you know how many times my daughter was posted in that account? Unless you posted it yourself.
and you said it to me, you can figure out who that is. That's actually a case. I don't know, for the CIA or the fucking FBI. But instead of doing that, you join them and you continue it. So make it make sense. You're literally accusing me of being a fucking pedo. So explain that to me. I don't get it. I'm just saying, because it's all about the kids, right? You're saying that I did this. Show the proof. Show that I did it. Show that I told this person.
Julia, even when we show the proof, you won't address it. We've already shown a lot of things you did. You keep saying, show the proof. And then when we show it, estás bien calladita and you don't address it, okay? Why don't you prove that you didn't do it? At this point, I think you need to prove that you didn't do it. Because everything else backs up that you did it, including what you just said. She was posted twice. How do you know that? Because I guarantee you, some of the roaches don't even know how many times she was posted. Just saying.
Tag these people and go and post a picture of her kids to show it. I haven't done any of that from the beginning.
Also, we already showed it in one of the past videos. The fake account AnnieGRCXX on TikTok has videos of my children, and we have shown with proof that Julia owns and runs this page.
I said there's no reason to put Bebe kids in this, but Annie continues to talk shit about my husband, to talk shit about other people's husbands, to bring up kids, to bring up other people's living situation. But it's okay, right? Because it's her. It's okay because it's her.
Show me where I brought up your husband prior to last week. Where, in fact, all we've seen is you bringing up husbands. I just showed receipts the other day of you bringing up my mom's husbands. Where are the receipts where I brought in husbands? That I brought them in, or that I told somebody else to. They don't exist.
You can't retaliate because now it's a problem. So make it make sense. Literally make it make sense. The videos on YouTube, I took it down because I'm over it. You have to literally move on. We can't have an anniversary, babe. We can't do this every year. Okay? You have to move on.
And what a convenient time to move on. Because I wanted to move on last year, Julia. I wanted to move on last year, like a week after it started. I also wanted to move on in February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I wanted to move on all those years, but you didn't let me. You did not let me.
All right? You have to move on. There's like 20 plus videos about me and my family on there. Not only that, let's be fucking for real. She reached out to the families, okay, about what's going on with my brothers. And she's literally telling them lies, feeding them lies, saying that I'm talking about them. I'm not.
Okay, pause right there. I never reached out to any of the victims' families. They reached out to me on TikTok. You guys, a lot of you saw them jump onto my YouTube lives. And what we did was I helped them gain traction to their GoFundMe, okay? I haven't said any lies. I've simply showed receipts. I never reached out to them. They reached out to me because you blocked them. If you hadn't blocked them, the fact that you blocked them is sus. Because they hadn't done anything or said anything. They came to me after you blocked them. They came to me asking what was going on because your fake accounts that you guys own started commenting on their pages that Annie's monetizing. Annie's using the death of your family member to make money, which is a lie. What I was doing was sending people to donate to their GoFundMe. And we raised $1,800 for that family, which is a lot more than you will ever do. Ever. Okay? I haven't told them any lies. I have kept it very short. We have offered support. We have allowed them to come onto this platform and share what happened with your brother, something that you have not even had the respect to address. So again, where are the receipts that I'm reaching out to the family? Where are they? Where are the receipts that, I'm telling lies? All I've done is shown your lives on my lives. So unless your lives, are lies, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I literally have not talked about it out of respect for the victim and her family. Okay.
Really? Because we already went down that road as well. You didn't have that respect for the other victim that already passed. You haven't addressed the new victim because you're protecting your brother. You haven't addressed the new victim because your brother is still in open court proceedings and you know that anything you say can and will be used against your brother. You haven't addressed it because you are protecting him. And you even said in the future, you are open to discussing it. It has nothing to do with respect. If this was about respect, I don't think you would have blocked the family when they haven't even said anything. If this was about respect, you would have came out and addressed your followers to stop commenting on the victim's family's TikTok. Your followers were on there. Your accounts that you own were on there. But you didn't even do that. You didn't even do that because you didn't care. This is not about the victim's family. This is about you and your brother and your family and protecting them.
I haven't talked about it. She's literally telling people that I'm a killer, just like my brothers, and that I'm this and that I'm that, and that I don't know what else.
What else do we call you? You're calling the shots. You're the shot caller, right? You're the one having me tagged. You're the one having people tag the cartel. How is that not the same shit as what your brothers are doing? You're putting an X on a single mother of 5. How is that any different than your brothers? Your behavior alone is very similar to your brothers. So don't blame me.
What does that have to do with me? She's feeding people lies, and she's manipulating the narrative about everything that's going on.
I'm feeding people receipts, which is a lot more than you've given. And you know what's funny is when everything was happening last year, everything that was said, there were never no receipts. Where are the receipts that I was scamming people? Where's the receipts for the $800 to $1,000 that people were paying me? Where's the receipts that I was scamming GRC? Where's the receipts for everything that you dragged my name through the mud with last year? You never had any. Now I actually have some. And now I'm the problem because I'm showing those receipts.
You know what I mean? But nobody says anything there. Nobody says anything there. It's only me. I don't get it. I retaliate, and apparently, like, I'm a bad person. So
The gaslighting is crazy.
it is what it is. Yeah, that is not calling my husband a pedo, saying, oh, that my husband did this, and that she has proof on my husband, saying that she's gonna put my husband's phone number out there, saying that she's gonna literally post my address and for people to pull up on me. How?
You mad because I got Jacobo's number, Julia? You mad or not? You mad? First of all, hold on. Let me replay that because I just drew a blank. Oh, you were the one when you told a story about your first brother, murdering that victim. You said this was a 47-year-old man with a 15-year-old, guys. 15-year-old. What is a grown man doing with a 15-year-old? But that was your husband, right? Jacobo got you when you were 14 and he was a whole grown man. Okay, so you're the one that was painting the victim as this John because, this grown man was this 15-year-old. But people can't use the same reference for you and your husband that he groomed you because you were clearly underage and he was a whole grown-ass man. All I'm going to say is make it make sense. Stand on the same energy because you were dogging that man that passed away as being some John that was soliciting sex from an underage girl and some pedophile when that's exactly what your husband did. And I'm not the only one that says it. You guys loved to say this last year. She's just saying what everybody thinks about her and Walter. I'm just saying what everyone else thinks about you and Jacobo. Okay? And yeah, you're mad because I got his number.
Okay. I've never posted her address. I've never doxed her. I've never done anything like that.
We know you haven't, but you have enlisted people to do so.
So how is that okay? You guys pick and choose what's okay and what's not okay. So please make it make sense. Is she the victim or not? It makes no sense. When it came to that Johnny thing and when her daughter was posted, which that's fucking disgusting, okay? Make it fucking make sense. But you literally fucking added on to that. You still went into that group and you still fucking made friends with the roaches even.
Again, my daughter was not posted in the group that I engaged in. My daughter was posted in the Annie Garcia Snark page that is currently not accessible to anybody. And no, I did not jump in there and make friends with those people. What I did was I actually jumped in to the Reddit Roach thread where Yesenia's thread. I jumped into it when my daughter was exposed on the other page. Okay. And when I jumped into it, that's when you got kicked out. Your Johnny account got kicked out and banned. And ever since then, nobody fucked with you. Nobody would fuck with you. And before that, you were using those Reddit roaches to mass report me and it was working until you went too far with the Johnny post. And then you got booted out and I was allowed in. Okay. And then you got mad and then you wanted it taken down. But we all know my daughter wasn't posted in that group. My daughter, you know that because you're the one that posted her twice, as you mentioned earlier in this video.
They left that on there for, you said so yourself, for like 2 or 3 days. The post about your daughter was on there for 2 or 3 days. Nobody cared about it.
I've never said how long she was on there for. You know that because you posted it. I have never said how long my daughter was up on that group.
They commented on it. They said you were a bad mother. They said that why did you have your daughter like that on live? Why didn't you cover her up? And you still joined them.
How odd that you know exactly what that post said. and what the comments that followed that post said, because not a lot of people saw it. How funny that you even recall what was commented on the post of my daughter, because it didn't have a lot of traffic. Reddit roaches who are probably in here can confirm that not all of them saw it. It was not there was a lot of people that were like, what post? Where is it? And it was already taken down. By the time the Reddit roaches found out about that post, it was already down. Very limited people saw the post on my snark page because my snark page didn't have a lot of traffic. It had like 60 people. Yesenia's page had hundreds. So what they would do is they would post it in my page, the Annie page, and then they would go to Yesenia's and comment about it so that people would go and look for it, right? By the time she did that, it was already gone. So for her to know what that post said, and there was only like 5 comments on that post, and for her to know what those comments said, it's because she was the person commenting.
Not care. If you don't care about that, why do you care about this? Be fucking for real. Okay? You said that you could track the IP address, and the IP address would track back to California. I'm in Texas. So
no, actually, you've been following pretty hard in my life. What I said was that one of the screenshots had a California time zone. I didn't say the IP address. That's you trying to save yourself because the time zone doesn't match with Texas. And you know, all that tells me is that one of your besties is in California. All that tells us is that you are still calling the shots and people will find different accounts in different locations are doing it for you.
Am I Johnny or not?
Yes.
You can't say stuff like that and then not have proof. She has receipts for certain things.
I mean, let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. Is she Johnny or not? With everything that we've seen, all the information she knows, is she Johnny or not?
For everything. So at what point do you believe what's true and what's not? Okay? So please. And that's the thing, okay? Let's just be for real. Everybody loves drama. Everybody loves chisme. Wait, what happened to her daughter? I don't know. Somebody was screen recording. Okay, who screen records? Not my business. Somebody was screen recording her live.
Did y'all catch the shade she just threw at recaps? Somebody was screen recording. Who screen records? Recaps.
Or whatever. I didn't see the pictures of what I heard because what I got from the fucking DMs, okay, and then some of the stuff that I was being sent. Somebody posted a picture of her daughter. I don't know in what state her daughter was. They posted it on this Reddit page. It basically could classify as child porn, okay?
So if you don't know what state my daughter was in, how do you know it classifies as child porn? If you didn't see the picture, Julia, and you don't know what state my daughter was in, how do you know that it would classify as child porn? Unless you know unless you actually do know what was posted.
Talk about how you tried recruiting Ana Rios. I never did. This is what I think could have happened. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Annie says that Ana Rios, I didn't even know who this person was, okay? Apparently she does chisme too. Good for her. Apparently I reached out to Ana Rios. What I'm thinking, I could be wrong, okay? I could be wrong. But I don't want to involve Ana Rios. You know what I mean? Unless she reaches out to me personally, like, hey, why would you do that? Then we can talk. I've never reached out to her. Never, ever, 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 ever in my life have I reached out to Ana Rios, okay? It could have been a fake page passing as me, but it was not me. But I'm pretty sure that you would be able to tell. So if she could send me a screenshot or message the person back, and then I can see if it links to me.
You know what, Julia? At this point, we already know that even when we post the receipts, you deny them, okay? So what we're not going to do is drag Anna into it. You know what it is. I've actually played the audio of Anna at some point where she tells me she was approached to be part of this hate campaign. Who was recruiting for this hate campaign? Now you're going to say it was a fake account. Well, we already know you run all the fake accounts, okay? You call the shots on all your fake accounts. So please stop asking for receipts because once we post them, you're going to lie anyway.
You know what I mean? But I never messaged her. It must have been a fake profile, or it could have been recaps her damn self because she had fake profiles with my name. So it could have been her. I don't know. But I did not reach out to her.
Somebody just dropped in the comments that said, Anna just said on her live like an hour ago that Julia reached out. Listen, I'm not going to drag Anna into it. If she wants to confirm, love that. Thank you for the support. She has refollowed all my new accounts. She did say that shit was crazy. I'm not going to post her pictures. I played the audio, but not shown the audio like I have recaps. But I will say that I don't think she has any problem admitting that because she didn't partake in it, right? She denied, clearly. But yeah, I didn't catch it. If somebody caught it, then there you go.
I didn't know who she was at the time. I don't know.
And
all her people.
Also, can we just stop cut the bullshit, Julia? Everybody knows who Ana Rios is, okay? Get the entire fuck out of here with I don't know who Ana Rios. Everybody knows who she is. Everybody knows who Ana Rios is, and if you don't, you're a liar. You're a liar, okay? Everybody knows who she is. Everybody loves her. Everybody checks up on her shit, okay? You know who she is.
No, it's just people pick and choose, and it's fine. It's fine. I literally do not care. It's just exhausting having to go over this. And to be honest, ever since she brought traction to like the Reddit roaches, it's all fueled up. You know what I mean? They make their own assumptions in there. It's too much. It's too much. She had a fake profile, but you didn't. No, with my name, as in like. She made a fake profile that says Julia G 111111 or something. The real G know everything. Exactly. People were literally like, you pick and choose what you want to address. Did you dox her son? No, I did not dox her son. I didn't dox anybody in her. I don't even know. I don't know anything, honestly. She literally fucking had a drone shot of what house number, like what her house number is.
That's not true.
I mean, what do you want me to do?
I never have a drone shot of my house number. The way that you guys got my address, Julia, Recaps told me, is you guys zoomed in to one of my unboxing videos when I was getting Starbucks cups, and you guys zoomed into the tracking number. You took that tracking number, you put it in DHL, and that gave you the general vicinity of where I live. You then took one of my drone shots where it showed the name of my community, and then you guys guessed that I lived between house 10 to 15 because one of the times that Victor came, he posted some footage for the club, the JRC and the collab with Club Vallarta, and it showed one of the house numbers. It wasn't my house number, but that gave you guys a general idea that my house number was between 10 to 15, okay? That's how you got my address. And then you took my address and you shared it in your groups. You made fake accounts. You put my address in the bio of these fake accounts so that when they jumped onto into my live, you guys could get a live reaction of me seeing you guys post my address. All right. So no, it wasn't because I did a drone shot of my house number. I've never shown my house number.
Julie, what about the voice? Yeah, I said what I said, but it was taken out of context. I said what I said, but responding to other things. So you think I'm just in a fucking group chat talking to myself? You think I'm just gonna send an audio in a group chat and I'm talking to my damn self and nobody's gonna talk back to me? Be fucking for real. It was responding to other stuff, but like I said, you cannot post receipts unless you literally post the full receipt. Okay? Recaps is picking and choosing who she wants to, you know what I mean?
But you did the same thing when you read off my police report. You picked and chose what you wanted to read off of it, because then I had to make a follow-up video and post the entire police report. So I'm just saying, like, you're kind of a hypocrite to make that statement.
Expose. This is gaslighting. Backpedaling. No, it's not backpedaling. Like, dead ass, I both need to talk about the issue. I would never talk to her. I would never apologize to her, and I would never talk to her. There's so many stuff that she did behind.
You would never address me directly because you're too much of a coward. I don't want an apology. I know you're never, like, she's not sorry. She's just sorry she got caught up. But let me just make that clear. She will never address me directly because she's too big of a coward. Which is why she ended up having to have one of her besties jump onto this live, which I'll show you in a minute.
Scenes, you know what I mean? And her excuses, I did it from my account. I did it from, okay, and you don't get a medal just because you did it from your fucking account.
Actually, I do.
It doesn't change anything. You still did it.
I do, because I get a medal for doing it from my own account because I said it with my chest, okay? You don't get to say here today, I said what I said, I don't regret it. Yeah, no, you didn't say what you said. You hid while you were saying it. I said it from my own account. I did everything from my own account because I'm not a pussy, okay? Because I can take the smoke for what I do. I don't need to create a fake account to do what I did and to say what I'm saying. Okay, so there is a big difference. I do get a pat on the back for that because we all know we don't all have the balls for that. That's why you and all your bitches had to make fake accounts to come troll me, because you could never do it. You could never do it on your own 2 feet. Okay, you would never have the balls to step to me with your own name.
And let shit be for real. You wanted nothing tried back to you. I didn't. Because, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't. For this fucking exact reason. There were some people in the group who took it too far. And that's why I said, okay, I don't want this coming back to me. Because there was a moment where Recaps had posted a screenshot, okay, where she was posting something and she put my name on there. She literally made an account with my name, said Julia G, okay? And I was like, wait, whose is that? I don't want anything coming back to me, because they were getting out of hand what they were doing, okay? Some of them were taking it too far. I said, that's not me. That's
You didn't want anything coming back to you because you didn't want to tarnish your public image with the garbage that you were doing in private.
you. You're choosing to do that. I'm not telling you to do it. You're choosing to do it. And like I said, I can't get back into this group. There was so much shit in this chat, okay? The messages could go, I didn't create the group, Recaps did. The messages could go on and on and on and on. There was so much shit in there, but like I said, only my stuff's gonna be exposed, right?
Because you're the ringleader. We don't care about Recaps. We know Recaps was your follower. I know Recaps is guilty too, but at your direction. You are the ringleader, Julia. That's why we are focused on your audio.
Exposed who sent her the audio. It was Recaps. Recaps did. Recaps already sent her all of the stuff, and she continues to do so. I don't get it.
How mad are you at that, Julia?
Yeah, the voice chat is there. That's my voice. Am I gonna come in here? That's not me. It was me. And I said what I said. I did what I did because I was being attacked by this person. Okay? It was retaliation. It was tit for tat. If you don't get that, if you're a person who just turns the other cheek, I mean, good for you, but not me. Not me. Why is Candace dragged into it? That's another thing. She was not a part of it at all, okay? She didn't know about any of it. And I will say this. Are there parts that I regret about this? Of course I do. Because I did lose a friend because of this. Me and Candace were friends. She didn't know about everything that was going on. I didn't tell her. I chose not to, okay? Because I didn't want to get her involved.
We know that's a lie. We know that conversations were had between Julia and Candace about what was going on.
When the audios came out, like I said, that's me on the recording. That's my voice. There's no way to get around that. When she heard them, she reached out to me. She said, I can't be your friend after hearing this. I can't. And I completely understood. Was I sad? Was I upset? I still am. I lost a friend because of this BS. Okay? Because of what, you know what I mean? How far we both took it. Me and Annie. And it still upsets me. But she had nothing to do with it. She told me, I can't be your friend. She blocked me on everything. And I said, that's fine. That's fine. And, I told her I wish you well. And I'm sorry that, it got taken this far. And I wish, you know what I mean, that we could still be friends. You know what I mean? But we can't. Oh, shit, what happened to the comments? What happened to the comments? Oh, okay. I was like, what happened? Candace just wants to be drama free. She does. She does, in fact. She's not about any of that. And that's another thing. Like, our friendship wasn't talking about Annie. Never was she ever mentioned. Our friendship was our friendship. Okay? She met Jacobo's family. Like, we had a whole, like, you know what I mean? We had a straight up friendship. So it's like, it sucks that I'm no longer her friend and she chose to, just distance herself, which I respect, as she should. She blocked me, as she should. You know what I mean? Is it upsetting? Yeah, but I take responsibility in her not being my friend right now. You know what I mean? Or ever, honestly. I don't expect her to ever be my friend. Let me see. Oh, wait. Me? Hold on. Boo! What's up, comadre? Explain.
All right, so at this point, she brings on the other content creator, Yesenia MUA Garcia. I'm not going to spend too much time on Yesenia MUA. The only part I am going to play is the part where they fat shamed recaps, because we all know, per Julia, all of this was done in the name of fat shaming, right? Because I was fat shaming Julia. So for them, if you guys didn't watch this live, or if you watched it, you know that a part of this live was spent fat shaming recaps. So I'm just gonna fast forward to that real quick.
Ella fue la que me metió al pinche grupo. Yo también estuve incluida ahí porque ella también estuvo en ese pedo. Ella fue la que me metió al pinche grupo. Porque ella no sale a decir, ¿sabes qué? Yo también estuve tirándote mierda, güey. Yo también. ¿Por qué no? Ah, porque no le conviene tampoco.
No, I did not tell. This is the thing. It's because the audios, I was replying to her. She sent me an audio saying, hey, she doxed you. She posted your workplace. We need to make a group and we need to get the besties together. And then I said, yeah, go ahead and make the group. That's literally what I said. Yeah, make the group, add the people, because I was responding to a different audio. That audio no longer exists because Recaps is fucking smart and she deleted it. What can I do? We can't get back into that group chat. Recaps has everything.
She has it. She's the only one. Por eso le dije yo, I want Annie que grabe todas las conversaciones y las ponga. Y luego que agarre y que ponga su group chat, because I know she has a group with her friends, y que las ponga de sus mods. Because her mods were coming in here and bullying you too at the same time. But look, this is really immature shit. We're all like, pretty much, honestly, nos defendimos todos, de cada quien nos defendimos. Yo me metí en pedo que no era mío, pero no me arrepiento y no voy a pedir disculpas. Because at the moment they were making fun of you, and I defended you. And I'll stick to my word hasta el día de hoy. And I take it like a champion. Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, that's it. Pero ya todo lo demás de los niños, yo no tengo nada que ver. That is not me. Pero ¿por qué? Si van a exponer cosas, ¿por qué no dan la cara también? Why don't they show their side too? Because they're not innocent either. No son un pan de Dios tampoco.
It's the same thing. Like, people don't stop. Every fucking YouTube, she's calling me a fat this y que eso y que lo. It's the same thing. But no, es que nadie le
Not
importa.
her only, but acuérdate que su baby daddy también.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
You Barney.
It is what it is.
What I did behind my personal time, that's my business. I never mentioned anybody on my platforms, and I never sent anybody over to anybody else's platforms to bully them, harass them, make fun of them, or anything. Whatever I did was in my private time when I was fucking bored and I ain't got shit to do, and when I defended my comadre, and that's it.
Yeah.
And people up here like you have explaining to do. I don't gotta explain to you shit, bitch. I had to block a couple of hoes. Tienes que dar las explicaciones, Yesenia. ¿Explicaciones de qué, güey? No mames.
But that's the thing. There's no way. People want receipts. We can't get into their group chat.
They took us out. And the one that's posting it, se lo está mandando, has to block.
No, but if recaps were to show everything, you're gonna see the person who talked about the PVs. You're gonna see the person who did the bad people stuff. You're gonna see about the dog. You're gonna see all of that. But you can't because she's only choosing and picking what to post. So we can't. I can't get back into that group chat. She has a.
Y cuando te pone la parte de cómo hacer fake TikToks, it's really simple, y'all. Y'all just come up with a fake email, create an account, and that's it. It's that simple. She blocked that part.
There was literally a screenshot that Recap sent with all her fake accounts. Literally. All her fake accounts. She told us, she was the one who told us how to report what was going to stick and what wasn't going to stick. Like, she's not innocent in all this. If anything,
she added me to that chat y yo no me podía salir y ya pues dije, pues fuck it.
Nobody told her to add Yesenia. She added Yesenia her damn self because she was the admin on there. So,
and she messaged me and I need to find out what her old account is because I want to go back on my Instagram and find it. Porque cuando ella me mandó mensaje me dijo que me agregó. I was like, what are you talking about? Y ya fue cuando me pero no mames, era un chico de un mensaje de la verga.
She changed it. It's now, I think it's no good or something. It's like a Starbucks cup on there. Like, she deactivated everything, but her Instagram is deactivated too, but I think you can still see the messages. Because I went back looking for the audios where she told me about it, and she deleted the audios. They're not there anymore.
Esa pinche, mira, me vale verga, pinche ricas, pinche vieja gorda, pelo chino de panocha, güey. You fuck with me, you should at least message me, culera. A mí dame la cara, güey. Yo no me escondo de nadie. Y like, para las que van a la mierda, you hate on Annie. Why? Because she got surgery and she looks good. Hey, congratulations to the bitch. She looks fucking good. Well, I'm not gonna be hating on her body. Shit, if she got her body, then fuck it. La que puede, pues la que no critica, güey. Yo nunca hice burla de su físico. Yo le hice burla de su puta cabeza, pinche vieja pelona, lo que dije. Y le dije Mr. Burns. And I ain't fucking stick to my word what I said. I'm not hating because...
So, all of this was done in the name of fat shaming, but you guys just heard both Julia was laughing the whole time Yesenia is calling recaps gorda, right? Recaps we talked after this live, and yeah, Recap said she's a big girl, but she's a cute big girl, and you know she sounds like a cute big girl. But I just want to say, for as much energy as was placed on canceling me for fat shaming, that's exactly what she just did to her ex bestie on live in front of 3,000 people, and she laughed about it. But when I liked the comment calling her Mama Bubba, it was worthy of an entire year of hate because I liked the comment. But y'all just saw, she condones fat shaming. It's funny to her, and it's okay when it's not her. Both her, and I'm going to say it, okay? I'm just going to fucking say it. Both of the women in this video are ugly inside and out. And they're both clearly unhealthy and obese. So for them to be body shaming anybody, y'all should be the last ones, okay? It's not funny. It's not cute. Se ven corrientes, se ven nacas, okay? Y feas. Por dentro y por fuera. Because when Recaps was on your team, y'all called her the queen of receipts. Y'all said she was doing the Lord's work. And now that she's exposing you, now she's una gorda and this and that. Okay, make it make sense.
She looks better than me. No mames, yo estoy gorda, pero así me amo a la verga con tu gordo y con tu barbuda a la verga. I'm a man and a bitch at the same time. Ain't nobody mad. Who's making about that? I was just defending the fucking comadre because they were making fun of her because she was fat. Y que no sé qué tanto. Ay, aguante, el que se lleva, que aguante vara. Yo defendí a la comadre y no me arrepiento. Ahora, que otra gente sea tan culera y tan mamona and they fuck with kids, that's different. Que se metan con los niños no está bien. Esa madre es culera, güey. Esa madre no se tolera. That's just fucking shady as fuck. You don't waste nobody's kids. Fuck no. Ahora, el que se lleva, que aguante.
Not Julia nodding in the background about not fucking with people's kids when she posted my kids on her fake pages. Okay, Julia.
They're fucking mods to the same shit with us. Fake accounts and started talking shit, all this bullshit. Que aguanten vara, güey. Ahora la pinche gorda pelochina, ¿por qué no aparece la culera? ¿Por qué no da la cara? She out here sending screenshots, right, bitch? Why don't you show your face? Why you gotta go on YouTube and hide and put a black picture? Show your fat ass, bitch. Come on. I'm showing my face. Why don't you show yours? I know that pretty hair ass bitch. I know she's here watching me. I know she's here watching me. Yo nunca te hice nada a ti, culera, para que te metas conmigo. Pero private conversations got leaked. At least have the guts to call me Yesenia. I'm gonna fucking post you, bitch. I'm gonna fucking de volada, way.
All right, that's enough. Okay, that's enough. We've seen what we needed to see. Okay, so the next time Julia tries to run on this fat shaming, I'm gonna just need you guys to revert them back to this YouTube video. Okay, Julia was laughing and enjoying Recaps being fat shamed. Okay, and isn't that why they were trying to cancel me? Okay, this is Recaps is somebody that supported Julia financially, emotionally, mentally. She did her favors. She recorded hours of screen recordings for her so that Julia could then manipulate them, you know, to her liking. She created a YouTube channel for Julia's besties to rewatch her lives. After doing all of that, that is how Julia pays her back. And that is why Recaps turned on her, because that is the real Julia. I would never, ever speak like that or laugh like that at one of my followers, even if we fell out. You guys know that I've cut off some of my OG besties when everything happened with Walter. But I still remember that at some point, they joined my raffles, they bought my merch, they put money in my pockets. So I could never sit here and do that shit. That is disgusting. And that is why she's losing friends. That's why Candace cut her off. That's why Recaps turned on her. And that's why she's where she's at. Okay? The other part I wanted to, she did mention there's a lot of shit that she mentioned. Honestly, I didn't want to go on this long. I do need to take a break and call out entries really quick. Because as you guys can see, she didn't mention any of the real receipts, right? She didn't address why she directed her mods to dox my mods, my followers. She didn't mention the pictures of children that were disseminated into these group chats. She didn't address the fake accounts that were confirmed to be hers. She didn't address calling my son's hospital. She didn't address a lot of things. She didn't address the receipts at all. She beat around the bush. She deflected. She excused. And she just said, post receipts, post receipts. We've already posted receipts, and we know she's not going to address them. There was no accountability, a lot of gaslighting, a lot of fat shaming, a lot of, you know, what you guys just saw of Yesenia jumping on and, like, egging her on. That's because Julia can't stand on her own 2 feet, okay? Julia did not take any accountability. In fact, she brought on one of the girls that was part of this hate campaign to face the music with her. Okay. And that just says everything about her. Okay, so really quick, let me call out entries. Tanya Perez, I just got your your entry via the site. All right, Lorena Jimenez, just got your entry via Venmo. Erika Moreno, via Zelle. Hold on, Erika Moreno, via Zelle. Stephanie Garcia, got you down. Nayeli Ramirez, got you down on 3 entries. Oh man, honestly, you guys, I'm exhausted. I am. This is all. If you guys are drained hearing it and watching it, trust me, I'm drained going through it too. But it has to be done. It has to be put out there. Let me catch up on some of the comments. Hi Art, yes, I did receive your entries earlier. Thank you so much. Best day Zelle due this afternoon. Bracy, I did get your entries earlier via Zelle. All right. Can we have Cocola's number? Let me not, okay? They will apologize when their pockets start hurting. I'm not here for an apology. An apology could never fix everything that was done. Honestly, I'm just here for vindication. I'm not even here for accountability because I know she's not capable of it. None of them are capable of it, okay? So from what you saw, every single girl in there is like this. Yesenia, other Yesenia is pointing at Julia. Julia's pointing at some random person in the group chat that we don't know who it is. Yesenia's pointing at this person, and they're pointing at recaps. Like, nobody wants to take accountability. Nobody. And that's fine. They're not capable of accountability. I'm here for vindication, and that's it. Maribel via Cash App, I just got your entry. Thank you so much, bestie. All right, let's focus on entries so we can spin, and then we're just gonna chop it up. That's as much as I'm gonna show. The live did go on for another like half hour, but it's just really a bunch of bullshit. No receipts were shown. As you guys saw, everything she was saying, I can rebuttal with a receipt. There was a lot of lies, a lot of exaggeration, nothing that was backed up, and that is exactly what she did for a year. The only difference is that back then people would believe her. People would take her word for it with no receipt. This year, they're no longer doing that because my receipts, or actually not even my receipts, recaps receipts contradict everything she's saying. Darlene Aguayo, bestie, I just got your Zelle entry. And I'm just going to skim through the comments now and see. Annie, can we take a shot every time she blames recaps? We'll be drunk before this is even over. I sent one in Apple Pay. MJ715, if you can tell me the name on your entry, I'm happy to confirm that I've received it. They remind me of cowboys randomly pulling out their pistols and pointing them at each other. Yeah. You know what I think is funny? How Yesenia number 2 was like, yo no me escondo. You sure did hide behind all those fake accounts. When you were trolling me, why didn't you troll me behind your own account? Si es que no te escondes. You know, now all of a sudden, you're not hiding because the receipts are out there, okay? But you guys have seen this unfold for 2 weeks. And the only reason why you're no longer hiding is because the receipts are putting you out there. But before this, all of you were hiding, including Julia. Julia has been hiding for 2 weeks. She has not gone live for 2 weeks. She's over there trying to figure out how to do damage control. Candace is cutting her off. Her followers are dropping. She doesn't know what the fuck to do. All of these bitches have been hiding until today, okay? Because we started name dropping everybody else. Because it's getting out of control now because other people are being dragged in. But it wasn't out of control when they were being dragged in for your benefit, Julia. When you were pulling in every other content creator to this group chat, it wasn't, you know what I mean? So this whole, I wasn't hiding, yo me escondo, it's a crock of shit. Because you were hiding for an entire year until the receipts called you out. Not the bestie cash apping me an entry. This is for Don Jacobo's number. Listen, nobody wants, y'all don't want his number, okay? He can't, listen, I am not, it was a joke, okay? I'm not, don't worry, Julia, don't sweat. I'm not really gonna give out his number. I know you're really stressed about that. I'm not gonna reach out to him. I don't care if he knows what a piece of shit you are. I don't. It's not my problem. Not my man, not my problem. Best policy to live by. Not my man, not my problem. She was better off not going live at all. She just confirmed all the receipts were true and that's her true character. Specifically about Johnny and the post about my daughter. Okay? If you haven't watched it, you can rewatch it later. But every statement she made further incriminated her. Johnny is Julia, hands fucking down. And she knew a lot of things that only somebody would know if she was behind those posts. Yo no me escondo, disabled comments, blocked people, muted people on her live. Yeah. 2 weeks is a long time in the internet world. Yeah. I sent mine via Zelle. Erika Moreno. I got you down for one entry, Erika, via Zelle. Thank you. Hi, Julia. How's your ego hurting? You know what? The only bit of emotion that I did see in her was when she talked about Candace cutting her off. And you know why? You know what it comes down to? Julia doesn't really have friends. So her friendship with Candace, losing that friendship, hurt. You know. And again, that's not my doing. Like she said, the only thing she actually took responsibility for was the fact that her and Candace are no longer friends because of Julia. Okay. Candace cut you off because of shit that you did. Candace cutting me off or unfollowing me, I'm not affected. She was never my friend. I didn't have an actual relationship with her. She was just another follower, content creator. I enjoyed her content. I related to her content, but I'm really not affected because I don't know her in real life. Okay? It hit Julie a little bit differently because you guys did know each other. Your families knew each other. You visited her multiple times. Te recibía en su casa. You know where she lives. And she labeled you a dangerous person today alongside with me. I know that shit had to hurt your ego because, you know, you like to play how innocent you are and how I'm the problem, but you just got grouped in with me by one of your friends. You're dangerous, Julia. We're all dangerous now. They still talk. They said unfollow me for a bit. Things are getting rough. I believe that. I believe that Candace is trying to protect her public image. I believe that, you know, she was friends with her when all of this wasn't public, but it was still very much happening. And she had knowledge of some of those things. And the only reason why she issued the statements and, oh, I blocked her is because she doesn't want to tarnish her public image. Because she does also rely on her platform for income, for the building of her house, her YouTube channel. So her being tied to something like Julia is not a good look for her. Okay, so I get it from a PR perspective. But again, I think it's important for her to mention the timing of when she blocked people because she very much took sides with her quietly. She met up with Julia and Yesenia in October. That group was active in September. You're going to tell me no conversations were had about me? You're going to tell me, you know, Candace didn't know anything? Recaps had conversations with Candace about it. You're going to tell me Julia didn't have conversations with her about it? She was up in it too. But again, it's not good for her public image. Ana de la Cruz, bestie, thank you so much. I just got your entry. Candace is scared to get canceled. Yep, because, again, just like I was scared to get canceled last year, because our platforms are a source of income for our families out here. Dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. That's what mom used to say. Hi, Mama. Did you get my entry for the raffle? Hi, bestie. What is the name on your entry? Aguayo, Darlene. Did you get my second entry? Aguayo, Darlene. Let me see how many times I have you down. Darlene, I have you down once. You sent in a second one. Let me... Oh, you're right. Yes, I have you done twice. Are they making us think they're not friends? I don't care if they're not. I don't care if they're friends or if they're not friends. I really don't. I'm not out here. My goal is not to alienate Julia from her support. That was her goal for me. I'm just here to show what happened and who was involved. And birds of a feather flock together is all I can say. It was under Lydia, my entry. Lydia, what's the last name? Was it recent? Lydia doesn't ring a... Oh, Lydia F. If that's you, I do have one entry for you via Cash App. Yes, we are still doing the bonus wheel. So we need to ramp up. Let me do entries really quick. Let's do some numbers on what we need to spin. So we need 21 more entries to spin. So if you entered before 9:30 p.m. Central Time, you are on the bonus wheel. Adriana Cruz. I'm assuming you're asking to confirm your entry. Adriana Cruz. I have Adriana on Venmo. Adriana Cruz, how did you enter? I don't see Adriana Cruz. I have Ana de la Cruz. Oh, Adriana Cruz, 2 entries for Starbies. Oh, Adriana Cruz. So I have you down as Adriana. But yes, Adriana Cruz. And yes, you're also on the bonus wheel. Got you down. Yes, that's me. Okay. Candace probably didn't participate making profiles, but she knew they were shady and mean. Yeah. Candace definitely made some indirect TikTok videos directed at me. And I noticed them, but I didn't know if they were actually towards me until recaps confirmed. Celia Velasquez, bestie, I just got your entry. Thank you. We need 20 more entries to spin. Velasquez, got you down. Thank you, bestie. Yeah, whoever came up with hashtag Julier is a goat. That one was funny. Darlene Aguayo, bestie, I just got 2 more entries from you via Zelle. Darlene Aguayo. Got you down. 2023 seems like the year to expose the mean girls. First, Perfect Kelsey and Kelsey. Haley Bieber, Kylie, I know these. Honestly, I was like, I feel like this is an episode of the Cody. Not to that extent, but very, very similar. When Cody came out with her stuff, I related to her so much. I was like, I feel like that was me. That was me. In these groups, but I didn't have the receipts like she did until now. Stephanie Morales, bestie, thank you so much. I just got your 2 entries. Stephanie Morales via Zelle. Got you down. Thank you, bestie. That was me. Hashtag Julier. Iconic. Iconic. You are Cody and Julia is Kelsey. She won't give deets till after the first one. Oh, if you're talking about the bonus wheel, yeah, I have to close out the first wheel before we move on to the bonus wheel. Yeah, I don't know. Lorena Jimenez, bestie, thank you so much. She just sent in 5 entries. Jimenez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now we need, we're close. We need 11 entries left to spin. She all of a sudden did not want to talk about it. Who? Nobody wants to talk about it once receipts are being served. But last year, a lot of people wanted to talk about it for a long, long time. And I didn't say much about it until now because now I have receipts. You should sing My Always Lina, Julia. Honestly, all I gotta say is Julia looked rough in her life today. You could definitely tell she's been going through it. Which, again, is not my goal. It's not my goal to affect her mental state, her platform. These are just natural consequences of her own actions. How can I buy an entry? Hi, Norma. You can enter. Bestie, post a DM screenshot on Patreon. Which DM? Hi, Norma. To buy an entry, you can do so. All the information is up on the screen. Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, or the website. She looked desperate. She was struggling. Reminds me of the Mexican word of the day, Julier. Julier, I didn't say any of that. She did. That should teach everyone that if you put out horrible energy, it will come back around. I literally was saying that all last year. When all this was happening, I actually held a live, and I said just that. I said, when you put out bad things happen to you. And that's exactly what they manipulated and said. I was supposedly referring to her mom passing. I was giving a fucking TED talk, okay? I was talking about how when I was doing shitty things happened to me. And then they twisted that and said she's making fun of her for her mom dying. Okay, a reach. When Julia said you don't have a recaps, I laughed because you are your own recaps. That's what they don't understand. You never had to enlist besties because you do everything from your own account. Also true. And I am my own receipt queen. I don't need my besties to get receipts for me. I don't need my besties to track down people for me. I don't need my besties to report for me or to none of that. I did all that by my own account in reaction to Julia. And yeah. Vanessa Rivera, bestie, thank you so much. I just got your entry via Zelle. We need 10 more entries to spin on the first winner, and then we can move on to the bonus wheel. Also, I did ship out, honestly, today was such a hectic day, okay? I'll be straight up. All of this shit has been very exhausting, emotionally, mentally. I don't know how I got through my day today, but I managed to get everything done and some. I went to the gym. I got our new cups. I haven't even showed you guys the new cups. I did cup hunting. I went to the gym. I went to Costco. I shipped cups. I picked up my kids. I made dinner. All in the middle of creating all these TikToks and replying to comments and putting bitches on blast and screenshotting for my live tonight because I knew I was going to have to address every single one. Holy shit, it's been a long day, okay? And then I knew I still had to finish a raffle, but I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it. I'm exhausted. Can we talk about my zebra? Did you get it already? So Analia got hers. She even said she lost friends. Yeah, she lost friends for being a mean girl. So, I'm sorry, guys. I haven't even showed you the new cup, okay? Because I've been so lost in the sauce. Will you be posting house remodeling updates soon? Yes, I will. But you guys know what it is, okay? I've been sucked into this drama for the last 2 weeks. It has taken up over my content and my platform because that's what I'm currently dealing with. I'm getting receipts daily. That's what I'm struggling with. That's what I'm working through. That's what I'm living right now, okay? So we will eventually circle back to regular scheduled programming, which includes the house and my regular vlogs. The guys didn't show up to work today. It just, there's not much update since the tub has been done. Like, it looks the same. There is progress, but stuff that you can't see, like the electricity, you know, the paint, all that shit. So once more stuff is done, I will give you guys an update. If you don't win the zebra, I'm switching. If I don't win the zebra, or the last zebra, I'm switching teams. Minerva Gutierrez, bestie, thank you so much. Sent 2 entries via Cash App. So 11, we just need 9 more entries. Oh, man. I want my Pana Cup. I do have a new zebra on the way. It's going to be here sometime this week. I'm frustrated because I don't have Venmo y no sé cómo participar. Hello, Montano Queen. I have Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, Visa, and MasterCard. You can check out the website pinned below, and it will give you all your options. Jessica Montes, I got your 2 entries via Venmo. And Yan Yan, I got your 2 entries also via Venmo. And we just need 4 more entries to spin on our first winner. Are you having like a housewarming party when your home is done? Probably not, to be honest. Probably not. We definitely need some collections named after the haters. Good night, besties. Good night, Brandy. Oh, I don't know, guys. Reserve it for me, the zebra cup, that is. Yeah, so we'll have 1 more zebra coming in this week sometime. It should be arriving. I am tired, besties. No one is allowed to look at my zebra. Ash, oh yeah, Ash, I'm sorry, Ash. I've been like, my head's been everywhere, but you did mention you got the cups because you were asking about the Weechel cup. They got there pretty fast. So I shipped Friday's winners today. We had 2 winners on Friday. They shipped out today. Out of all your cups, which one is your favorite prized possession? I used to be the zebra, but I don't have a zebra anymore because I keep raveling all of them. I think right now, probably the watermelon. I'll be honest. I don't have like a prize. I feel like most of my cups right now are pretty regular schmegel. Like there's some that I like, but you know, my zebra is definitely. Hello, bestie. Oh, Mary, you're so cute. Mary Lopez just sent in an entry via Zelle. Got you down. Thank you, bestie. So we just need 3 more entries to spin on our first winner. Bestie, post a DM Yesenia MU I sent you on Patreon. She didn't say much. She called, first of all, she called me a million times off an account that's not even hers. That's like one of her fake accounts, and it said, hey, it's Yesenia MUA, and she was like, call me or something. And I didn't answer because I'm not interested in having private conversations over public bullying. I'm not. And then once I saw her go live and the videos that she made, I realized there's no point in going live with her or speaking to her because it's just going to be a lot of shit talking and excuses. And there's nothing really that I need from her because the receipts speak for themselves. All of these girls, when I wanted to go live with PJs, that was before recaps gave me any, gave me the depth I was looking for. The reason I wanted to go live with PJs is because I wanted insight to the group. I wanted to understand how Julia got them to do what they did, what was said, and eventually recaps gave me all of that. So at this point, I'm not really interested in going live or speaking to any of them anymore. Especially the other Yesenia, MUA. You guys saw the way she speaks, the way she talks. For me to speak to her, or you know what I mean, it would be just that. Just excuses and I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and talking shit like she did about recap. So what is the point? You know? I honestly probably would have maybe considered going live with her. When you guys were tagging me to go live with her on Reddit and shit, I was getting my kids from school. I was literally driving. So I just didn't have the time at the moment. And then once I saw the content and how she was responding, I realized there's no point in me addressing her. There's nothing that she has that I want. There's nothing she could give me that I don't already know. All right, let's see. Celia Velasquez, I just got your 4 entries. Thank you so much, bestie. Celia Velasquez. 1, 2, 3, 4 via Venmo. Alexa Coronado, I just got your 1 entry. And Fabiola via Cash App. FYG16. Got you down. And Vanessa Ortega. Did I do this right? All right, so we have hit goal for our first spin. I'm going to make spin time at 12 a.m. Central Time. Did you get my entry? If you're asking me to confirm entry, just let me know the name on your entry, please. Norma Montaño, I just got your one entry, got you down. Norma Montaño. And did you get mine? Ash M, I just got your 3 more entries. Ash M. So the first winner will be an all access winner, and then we'll discuss the bonus wheel in a minute. So 4 minutes left, and then we will spin. I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube live, and then we're gonna spin on. I'll just restart it because I do want to save this live for replay, but I don't want to, you know, we're going to do just raffle stuff now. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live, and then we will pick up. I will restart it just to do the winner announcement and do the bonus wheel. So those of you that are watching, thank you for joining. Those of you that are replaying, enjoy the shit show because it was literally a shit show tonight.